imaginations run free. I would like to give a couple shout outs. First to Fantasy Grounds for the amazing interface which makes this all possible. You can find them at fantasygrounds.com. Secondly, to Sirenscape for their amazing atmosphere and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets which are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. So stop on over at Sirenscape.com to find out more. Thanks again, and we'll be starting up soon.
Right now we're like here-ish. I don't know where.
We are live to all of those
I need
folks
to pull
watching.
up the wilderness map.
Oh, there's the camp.
Maybe I'm on the wrong map.
Wilderness map.
Yeah.
Oh, I have
I can
the
send
woods,
it.
forest. Oh, there we go.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so we're like the southwest a little bit of Cape of the Dead.
That is, yep.
We're about a mile or two. About 2.
Oh.
What is this terrain like north of us? Is it just trees? Or?
The terrain north of you is scattered trees, not like forest, but it's still treed, but very hilly, and it's like an approach to mountainous region. So if you were to look at the
And we were trying to find another way in, not the front door.
That's right.
Oh, right, to this cave.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
were going to go back to that.
Looking at this map, you all are in the Duskmoon Hills. Likely over in this area.
Are you pointing at something on the
Oh, I
Borderland
see it.
province?
It's like upper right.
Yes.
Oh, just south of the Sonar Ocean.
Right.
I know we were planning on going back to that structure that we saw to investigate
Yeah, when
it.
we were chasing the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
That one that we saw.
Okay.
Which structure? Sorry.
Were they there for that one? I know we described it to them at least.
They were.
It was, yeah, when we were chasing that goblin, there was that structure when we were in the footprints were like, oh, it doesn't go anywhere near it. And it was like almost kind of pyramid-esque, but it had an opening in it.
Got stolen.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because
we were thinking
like 8 miles away.
We were thinking maybe that was the back door that we should have taken.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about an 8 mile. I mean, maybe, but it was more like
these cave systems are huge.
Yeah,
so,
probably
8 miles from where we are now. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes into the same cave system.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if this cave system leads into the Baracus cave system, because that cave system is shit. And this place seems like it is also shit. So it would only be fitting if they all led into each other.
And then when you guys went through the front door, you were beset upon by a multitude of undead.
Well, they definitely do have one thing in common with each other that I can reveal. You enter each of them from the surface.
God, you shit.
Thank you.
I knew it was not going to be helpful.
That's epic. Thank you, Scoot. It all makes sense now.
I'm here to help, man. I'm here to help.
I know you are, and you have done so. Well, up to you guys. I'm good with whatever you think.
Well, this
I
should.
think we should trek.
It's worth investigating.
Okay, so y'all are gonna head up north.
We almost died so bad when we went through the front door.
Mhm.
And just to be clear, we're going where? Are we going to the mouth of the cave and going to peek around and try to see if there's a back door there, or are we heading back 8 miles down the road?
I'd say 8 miles down the road to check that other
Well,
door.
it's
It's not
up
down the road.
trail, and
Yeah.
then it's across the road, and then up the road more. Excuse me, north into the Duskmoon Hills.
And by road, I mean just unmarked ground.
Yeah, it's technically not that far from where we went into the cave. It's just that it's on the opposite side of where we are from the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went away from the entrance of the cave to try to rest.
Yeah, south.
So south. Nylane will ask Diana if she wants to go with her up ahead of everybody else. Just a bit.
Absolutely. I am a bit drained today, though, so hopefully we can avoid any problems.
Mhm.
Well, we will.
or not
be
Nylane,
south.
but Diana, you instinctively know that that's not going to be the case.
What's to be the case?
It's not going to be the case that you're going to avoid problems.
Yeah, well, I can still say it out loud, damn it.
When do we ever avoid problems?
Wishful thinking.
So
Yes.
let's get this straight. Where is your destination?
We are headed to that structure. Is what I believe is correct.
That was the consensus.
The map
So
is
I-
Borderland Province.
Oh, that's like the big map. I think we are on.
No. I'm talking about the destination was. It's hotkeyed for me as Borderland Province, but it's that big circular Stonehenge-looking structure in the middle of a grove with a gigantic hole in the middle. For some reason, I had it hotkeyed.
Yeah, so need a survival check from Nylane and from Diana. I will give this a base of 5. So if your prime is the skill attribute, which is wisdom, you'll have to beat a 17. If
Okay.
you're not prime, you'll have to beat a 20.
So it's a wisdom check.
Well, I'd say roll the survival though,
There's a survival
which will
score?
be on your abilities.
Okay.
Yeah, the abilities tab off your character sheet.
I have nature lore. I have woodland stride. That's not a roll, though.
I'm going to give you a nature lore for it.
Okay.
Only because, well, mainly because this is your native area as well. Elaine?
Did you need me to roll survival?
Yeah. What are the chances? Both of you rolled a 20.
Wow.
Nice. That means the rest of the night will be shit.
So-
you guys notice the shit that's coming at us.
The two of you in concert with each other both are successful in navigating your way back to where you recall finding this structure. Surprisingly, there was not a single encounter. In fact, what's even more surprising is you didn't even see any whipping creatures. Something that, at least a squirrel or a chipmunk, perhaps a sparrow or a bird of some sort, nothing.
The woods are unusually quiet.
Indeed.
It is strange. I wonder if it has anything to do with why that goblin avoided this area.
And that's where you find yourselves.
No, that's just lovely. I'm glad we're here.
The structure definitely being man-made and something very ancient.
Where are we all positioned? Are we all together, or how are we?
Miller, I just tossed you on the map. You guys can. It's free movement. I'm really not concerned with where you want to walk around.
Fade's gonna mosey on over. Up to right about here.
Oh
And
shit.
I'm gonna...
Okay. Well, if Fade is getting that close, Talon would not be letting him get that close alone. God damn it, Fade. What do you why? Fade, why are we getting so close to this thing?
So each of these tiers, each
Got
of
it.
these areas, it's about 4 foot. Each step up is about 4 foot. So you find yourself
climbing up.
If that's steps, then it'd be up that way.
Yeah, it's like a big, impractical, gigantic amphitheater type steps.
You're about
I don't like
32
this.
feet up above the ground at the point that you're standing up there, Fade. And you notice that around the entirety of this are runes of some sort, magic that you're not familiar with. Looking down, you see that it's just a pit. It well constructed, though, as if it were a bowl shape at the bottom. It drops in some, maybe you would guess from your vantage point, about 50 feet. The insides of it look charred in color, tones of green and red and purple, as if some magics emanated from it at one point.
Do I see any opening down there at all?
No, you do not.
It's like a
Can
magic.
anybody make out these runes?
I don't recognize them initially. Is there any?
Last time, didn't I ask Dinky if they looked similar to the ones that we saw in the cave of Baracus, and he said yes?
Mm-hmm.
And that was draconic, right?
It was.
Right.
So, if if that question was asked, then I'd say, yeah, it's draconic. If anyone can speak or read draconic, I believe we lost our friend who was able to last time.
I am
It would have
unable to
been
speak.
that would have been the gentleman who is etched via acid into the floor of one of the caves of the Baracus.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. We might have
Apple.
stolen a scale off of a dragon and had to run for our lives. It's fine. It was his idea. So if anyone was
Well,
gonna die.
yeah. Well, it's 50 feet down and it terminates in a bowl shape at the bottom, and it's stained with a bunch of prismatic colors inside,
Yep.
almost as if magic has come out of it. And I see no opening. This is more like a gigantic fire pit than it
And
is
the other
a
thing
cave.
is that it's moss covered all over the place, as if this has not been tended in an extremely long time. Yet the stonework doesn't look like it's eroded in equal terms with the amount of moss growth. It looks newer than it likely actually is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I
also
get it.
notice that all the monoliths surrounding it are all etched in runes as well.
Of similar typography.
Yes.
Do I see any trees that look like they were like knocked down how we had seen from the previous cave that I'm guessing we assume was from that dragon?
No. Nothing beyond the deadfall that would be normal in a woodland environment.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, because
nothing
that was
like
not
what you-
normal what we saw before.
No, it was not.
Okay.
Well, my opinion
Yes.
on this is that it's above my pay grade.
My mind's
Yeah.
checking out these whatever these two
Alcoves.
alcoves are
So those are steps that go down.
into what?
Oh,
These steps go down about 20 feet below the surface level.
Mhm.
And in that area, there are numerous runes as well.
Does it terminate?
It terminates like right there. Like if you were to go down, you would go under these 2 flights of steps.
Why would someone build that like that? I'm gonna go down and I want to examine the wall.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for if there's any sign of it being a false wall. So I'm looking for seams.
Okay, give me. Bear with me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna need an intelligence check, but you're not gonna be allowed to use your intelligence bonus.
Okay.
Because you're using a skill that is a thief's rogue skill.
Okay.
One is getting you nowhere. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary, nothing obvious that would stand out to you.
It's just it just goes down, ends in a wall, stone wall covered with runes.
Well, and the runes are laid out very, like, very nice and neatly ordered.
This is the control panel.
Is there, you said that there was moss covering all of this. Are there any areas where there's less moss covering, where it looks like the moss has been cleared or something's newer or been
No.
recently touched?
It looks as if this hasn't been. So, being a ranger and being an outdoors person, you should have a.
Spot hidden doors?
No,
No.
good for hidden
Wishful
doors.
thinking.
I mean, you
gonna-
have, yeah.
Restart my fantasy grounds real quick. I'm having issues.
So this is kind of where Diana would
Okay,
come in
Jackie.
here with the nature lore.
Mm. Well, I've been up here examining this rock because I don't understand these symbols to save my life. So if anyone would like to get my attention.
Diana, come help me check out this area over here, these depressions.
Oh, I didn't even notice this down here.
Diana, give me a nature lore.
Nature lore.
Vita. You did it. Looking at the moss and all of that, this growth is likely, in your estimation, has been undisturbed in longer than your days that you have walked this planet.
Oof. This has been around for some time. I couldn't even begin to tell you what this is, but it must have something to do with that wizard, right? Or the cleric?
What I don't understand though is if the moss is so old, but these stones look newer, I thought.
Indeed.
These stones look new, but the moss growing on them is incredibly, incredibly old.
Like
How is
preserved.
that?
Because I
How is
think
that
that
possible?
yeah, not
Did they move the moss out of the way and then build something and put old moss onto the stones?
It's almost as if the stones are protected by magic to not
Yeah.
age, and so
Yeah.
they look a
Oh.
lot younger than they actually are.
yeah.
That was
Because
my thinking
they should
as
be
well.
old
Yeah.
if the guy that built this
Who's the
I
guy?
feel
who
like
built
it's
it?
I feel like it's a weapon or something, man.
I know this. Oh, my computer. I'm gonna have to
So-
restart my computer because it's lagging out.
I feel like it's a weapon.
Fade. Then
Yeah.
you did notice in there is there
Yeah.
was no moss growth in the pit. None.
Yeah.
I don't have his name. I just have that he's
No,
a cleric of Orcus.
the cleric of Orcus.
That
Fade,
means
you would
that-
also realize that the scarring and stuff likely is arcane in nature. Whatever magic.
yeah, whatever
we're
was in there
emitting
has
from
been
this.
burned out. Nothing will grow in there, or it's been fried out by magic.
Well, I suppose if you put all this effort into making this magical structure, the last thing you'd want it to do is erode to the elements.
Asgaroth.
That's
That's
his
the
name.
name of the
It's the priest of
person who built
Orcus.
the temple to worship him. Yeah, Asgaroth.
Asgaroth.
Oh,
I'm
'cause
gonna
it was-
take out a. I'm gonna take out a bullet, and I'm gonna plunk it in the pit.
And you drop the bullet into the pit. It does not make a sound. In fact, as you look down, it seems to be floating above the ground.
So what I've discerned from this is that the magics that drive this structure are arcane in nature and not divine. AKA, this is wizard material right here. Not divine in nature.
like evil?
I can't tell if it's evil or good. I just know that this structure was built to drive arcane magic.
What
Like
are the
to make it
chances?
amplified?
I could not say, my lady.
Okay.
What are the
I don't
chances
understand magic.
that such a structure would be erected so close to where the cleric built a temple underground?
Perhaps it's a weapon to ward him off. Perhaps it's just a weapon used by him.
Hmm.
I feel like this thing shoots into the sky.
Well, either way, it does not seem to be anything that serves our purposes. Perhaps we should move on and make the most of the day.
Is this something that Jimmy Dean would know about?
Well, you can certainly ask him. I want nothing to do with him.
But would you mind if we did go speak with him and not forced you to?
By all means. Though I hope you don't mean to do it now.
No, I just mean if
That
we
would be par
happen-
for the course.
It would, but no.
New mystery.
Structure. I have
As much
observed
as I would
this-
like to add this to my quest log.
I
mean-
have observed that the structure is much older than we can possibly imagine, and I have no idea its purpose, but I do know that arcane magics, this was erected to drive arcane magics.
Is it anything you can make use of?
The magic that emanates from here, these runes, I do not recognize. I would not know where to begin.
Shame. Well, shall we be on our way? As this is clearly something for another day.
We can throw one of the little one in and see if he
Do not throw Dinky.
Kidding.
Dinky is useful, but not dead.
When the bullet went in, it floated. It didn't hit the ground and didn't make a sound. It just floated. How far off the ground did it float when it landed in there?
You would guess it's a couple feet off the ground. It's still floating there, in fact.
That sounds unfriendly. I'll have to jump in and to this room.
This place
Dinky!
puzzles me. I wouldn't
Dinky, if
have
you
the
wanna jump in there, I
faintest
have
idea.
rope.
Dinky's ready to jump in and see what happens.
I have. If
Let's
you
do it.
jump, Dinky, please let me tie rope to you so we could, like, I don't know, lower you in and not just hope for the best.
He's
I'm
just
not.
gonna.
I'm not the
he's just
crazy
gonna
one
go-
here, right?
He's just gonna just dive in there.
He's
I mean,
not.
Let's just see what happens.
Dinky.
He's gonna try to hold it and make sure he lands on his feet if he doesn't float.
It's a
Is that-
50-foot. I'm going to recommend
50 feet.
against that, it being a 50-foot drop and the.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a ring of
But-
jumping. Whenever I jump, I don't really take what's it
Damage
called?
when you fall.
Damage and stuff. What is it? Let me look at this.
Tumble.
Read it first before you go jumping. Oh God.
It acts as a spell jump. More receiving a stun jump and bounce, launching up to 25 feet forward or 10 feet backwards or upwards. So the safe landing at the end of such magnificent jump requires I have to do a dexterity check though when I
Mhm.
I
Right,
would
25
recommend.
feet. Or
I would.
25 feet.
Yeah, I would recommend. I would highly recommend against that. We don't know. We don't know what
Can you
this
just-
place is,
Yeah.
what it does. The magic is older than we
Calm
can
down, Dinky,
possibly
please.
imagine. I say we leave this place and look for an entrance.
Okay.
We can.
Well, what if
Dinky's
this
like
is an
sitting there,
entrance?
like
It's not.
can I jump?
This is. We don't see any openings. We haven't found anything. The magic is older than God.
I think
Daylight
that's how
is
the magic's
burning.
gonna be.
Daylight's burning. I say we make our way back. Now, well, by the time we get back up the, how much 8-hour travel? Like 4? It's gonna take us like 3-4 hours. We should make our way back up.
It'll
back.
be bedtime by the time we get back.
Yeah.
Well, you guys traveled 8 miles, and at best, only because you have a ranger and a druid leading the way. You guys are through this very rough terrain. They're capable of traveling about 2 miles an hour. So it took you a collective 4 hours to get here.
Yep. So we make our way back up the road. We tried, but we need to look more around the cave mouth. This time, do some reconnaissance. See if anything new is lurking around the front of the
Yeah.
cave.
I mean, maybe it just wasn't a great idea to have me go in first, and
Or to have a bright light shining. That probably
It-
also was not
You
helpful.
might have diminished their numbers, though. You know, you never know. You guys,
I sure hope we did.
you failed a lot of them. So, I mean, we don't know. All we know is that maybe play a little more cautious, but we need to. That is the direction of our quarry. Because otherwise, we're just going to be wandering around the woods, looking, hoping that we find another entrance. And
I
I
just,
say the chances of that are slim.
I definitely think we need to be a lot more cautious if we
Yep.
end up back in that same room.
Yeah, I would
There
agree
will be
100%. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I'm willing to go in the front. I might be a little bit more quiet than Talon.
Yep.
Probably a lot bit more quiet than me.
Mm.
But yeah. I'm not used to going in first. I just barge into places. It's not good.
Well, we have the notes and the PC notes now for this place, so
This place is interesting. I wish that we could.
It's marked
Make
on
some
your
headway.
map as well, its location.
We can always
Oh.
return.
Nice.
we will
We
return.
just have more pressing matters.
Yep.
We add it to the
Yeah,
quest log.
and- I agree. Okay.
Where
Let's go
is?
back.
Yeah. Okay, there it is.
Raised pit pyramid-like structure.
So you all are about 5 miles away from Cave of the Dead. Best guess. So less than 3 hours. Traipsing and tromping through
Mm-hmm.
hilly terrain, cavernous terrain. No way of making a straight line.
Ah,
Okay, we'll make our way cautiously.
Cautiously, I like that.
Sticking to the tree line as much as possible if there is a tree line.
yeah. I'm gonna make some coffee, guys. I can hear you, but I'll be right back, okay?
All right.
Sounds good. Is it? Got 8 minutes, 9 minutes until I have to go pick up the dog. There we go.
It's still raining. We'll be looking for. Well, I don't know how hard it's raining, but if it's raining lightly, we're looking for footsteps and footprints.
So you're looking for footprints along the trails that you're heading back on? Once you cross the road, you do notice that there are footprints that you would have noticed if you were looking for them on your way to this structure that are heading in the same direction that you're heading currently.
Heading in the same direction as we're heading currently, is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. So
Bony footprints,
bony
broad
footprints.
footprints, humanoid footprints, perhaps, maybe even undead footprints.
Lots of
It's been
them?
raining
Or-
enough that it's really hard to really make out exactly what type of a footprint it is, but it's definitely bipedal.
Like,
How many
like
sets of footprints are there?
Give me a tracking.
some coffee, Laura?
Ooh,
Yeah, sure.
6.
6 pairs of six sets
6
of footprints.
different sets, correct.
Okay. Hey guys, do you see these footprints here?
Indeed.
Oh, metal bars. Do we know what type of can we make out what type of humanoid or person or kobold or whatever it is? Can we distinguish the type of footprints there?
No,
Are they human? No. Okay.
they're bipedal. That's as best you can tell because of the rain and the conditions.
Are any of them especially large?
Describe what especially large means.
Oh,
Like
you know,
Michael
belonging to
Jordan size foot,
like a
compared
troll or an ogre.
to no,
Okay.
no. None that are especially small either.
And I'm sorry if you said this and I missed it. They're heading towards or away? Towards.
The same direction as us, right?
The same direction you're currently walking.
So they're
So
headed
we're-
in the direction of the cave, but we're
Of the
walking
entrance of the cave.
south. And didn't all the other footprints head south from the cave?
I
This
thought they
is
all
a-
headed towards the cave.
Yeah, the cave beckons a bunch of undead and unsavory types, obviously.
See, I thought that
It is the
all the
cave of the dead.
footprints were leaving the cave before when
They're
we found
probably
I
come
thought
and
they
go.
were heading towards it.
Yeah, like
I
it's
thought
All
it
were
was like
heading-
drawing them
The
in.
majority, let's clarify this. The majority of
Ah.
footprints head towards the cave. There are
Okay.
occasionally ones that head away
Hmm.
from the cave.
Oh, I gotta make
Okay.
Laura coffee.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
then I had that
so-
backwards.
Yeah, it's basically it's like a magnet.
Do we
It's just-
see any that are heading away in this group?
Well, let's see. Lane. I'm gonna write off of your track score. An additional 3 sets.
Are heading
north.
against. They're heading north. Do any of you guys think that those ones are weird that are heading away? Where are those going?
Maybe we should follow those and see if they're going in the
Are those ours?
different
Are
entrance.
those our
Oh, yeah, that's what I
footprints?
was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Talon's gonna like look at them and then look at the bottom of her foot and like, are those ours? Dude, can I can I try to like?
Could Nylane or I try to determine how fresh said
Better
footprints
idea.
are?
Better
Yeah.
idea than me.
Good idea.
Thanks.
Anybody who has a tracking ability can.
Tracking ability.
Nylane will try to see how fresh all of these footprints are, both the set going north and the ones going south.
Are they
Okay.
doors? If they're doors, I can look at them, but
If they're doors.
if they're hidden doors, I got this.
Does anybody else have tracking ability?
I'm reading.
Also for
Laura-
Nylane, you're looking at them
Yeah.
and it's like, because of the rain and the conditions, it's like you can't really tell the age.
So nature lore essentially says that I can identify plants and animals. I can tell if water is safe or dangerous to drink, and I can find shelter and food. But it
Right.
doesn't specify any sort of tracking capabilities.
No, because that's the ranger's domain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Well, if it weren't for this damned rain, I could tell you guys more about these footprints. But as it is, all I know is that there are footprints here. I don't know how long it's been since they've come through.
We should follow them and hope that they don't lead exactly to where we just came from.
Well, I think the
Would you
Cave
keep-
of the Dead is our more pressing concern.
I was just
Maybe-
wondering if this would show another way into the Cave of the Dead, if there's some heading.
I would doubt that. I would
mean-
say that these are people coming from there, going out somewhere.
Or
in the land.
creatures finding
Yeah.
some other bizarre purpose elsewhere.
I think we should stay the course. That's just my vote. Stay the course back to the mouth of the cave. It's our only real lead, concrete lead.
That works for me.
And perhaps we can find an alternative exit once we're inside.
Well, let's do
Oh, that's almost a certainty right there, right? I think that's what Jackie was saying. Yeah.
We'll probably end up in the Cave of Baracus. If we
Yeah.
don't, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, like Jackie.
That cave is fucking massive.
Okay, onward then.
Onward and downward.
But let's just be really as quiet as possible.
Agreed.
We know there are creatures. We know they're close by.
I'll
If
just keep a few paces back You guys.
Fade acts like he's not even listening to the suggestion. He's walking and he's up in his own head.
Those fucking magic users.
He's up in his own head. Yeah, he's
After a
he's
couple
doing
more
something.
hours of travel, you find yourselves
In the
pretty
6th
tired
layer
to
of
be
hell.
death.
Malbong. Okay. Gorgeous app.
That note. Oh, I got. As you stand outside of a very familiar place, one which you have fled from. Not more than 48 hours ago.
Oh, this place.
I prefer to think of it as bravely adventured and strategically retreated.
I would say that's
I love
fair.
your way with words.
Yeah.
Fair. I'd say y'all ran for your lives, but hey.
Oh, I ran with my tail
I
between my
mean,
legs.
We knew that we had done all that was necessary at that moment.
I barely got out of there alive.
No. You lived to tell the tale. Okay. There's a difference.
What lies
Barely.
up on yonder hill? Has anyone explored up there?
Up? No. We
You
just
did
went
not.
in. We just dove straight in. Did not
So
ask questions.
Fade's pointing, and he's not even saying anything. He's just pointing up to the top.
The top of the cave, like
Yeah,
above it.
yeah, and he's not saying anything. It's
Do you
kind
have
of a
words? Do you want to ask a question? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you have something
Yeah.
to say?
He's kind of obnoxious.
Or yeah, Oh, and Talon would be just as obnoxious using all of the words. Like,
He's-
so do you want to talk? Do you have something to say? So we like to use our words when we want to go places or do things. If you want to explain what you're feeling, where you want to go, how you want to go about it, maybe we could do this. But if you want to just point, I'm
Has
not going to listen.
anyone bothered to check the top of yonder cave right there to see if perhaps there
Words
is
are so
another way in?
You
Perhaps.
did, Fade, I'm so proud of you. You did great expressing yourself. But no, we did not.
Thank you.
Rest yourself.
No, all 5 of us did not think to go to the top of that cave the last time we were here.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
Fade-
should try that first.
Fade's an asshole.
Talon's used to dealing with assholes. It's fine.
He's an asshole. He's absolutely an asshole. So
She
yeah,
will use all of the words. He won't.
and it was
fine.
really condescending too, the way he said it. Like it was a very condescending tone.
Well, that's
Perhaps.
why Dianea had to remind him.
Yep.
He was here before.
Perhaps
Technically.
perhaps yonder lies another entrance. Perhaps walking in through the front door is not the best approach.
We just trekked
Oh.
8 miles. And you want to ask maybe it's... You couldn't have mentioned that half a day ago? At the beginning of this morning? Yeah,
I
sure.
figured-
No, it's fine. Now
I
that we're
figured
here, it's cool.
I figured you knew what you were doing. Brave adventurers.
Why
A lot of
would you think that?
That was my first mistake, and I'm sure it will not be my last.
It will not be your last.
Well, you're venturing into an area known as the Cave of the Dead. So Yes, there will be many more mistakes to be had.
What can you
Before
tell
the
me
date
about
is
this
over, I'm
general
sure.
area, these cave systems? Do they connect with each other?
For the most
If I
part.
knew, we probably would have entered through a different place.
Hmm.
But
And these lands are dotted with entrances to the underworld, are they not?
They are, but I don't think anyone has fully charted them. They are quite vast.
was there anything in your books about them?
So when she says that, I'm gonna turn to her and give her kind of like a roll, like rolling my eyes. Nothing in my books has gone over this. Nothing in my academic studies has covered this particular place
Yeah.
ever.
So we're
You
just
are to be the
doing
expert.
our best.
Well,
Experts.
perhaps we should all
A
do
certain word.
better. You know what we need?
Um,
We need a fireball.
You want to do better? You can go first next time.
How about I
and
just
we'll
walk
see
up?
how much better you do.
How about we ignite the front of that cave? Like I literally just throw. I mean,
No.
fireball it.
I need to
Okay.
go pick up my daughter, so I will be back in about 10 minutes. So this is break time.
Okay.
Y'all can hypothesize and strategize to your heart's content. Be
I need to
prepared
reset my computer because something's not
for
working.
all
You have
hell to break loose in
something
15 minutes.
running back in the
Ooh.
background.
That's
So
it.
I can't figure out what it is, but one of my hard drives is running at 100%, and it should not be.
Oh,
It's
that's
fucking everything up.
gross.
So
Is that a
yeah.
spin drive or is it a SSD?
No, this is a hard drive, but nothing that I have should be running off of. Like Fantasy Grounds might be on it, but nothing else should be. So I don't know why
Even
it's running.
still, it wouldn't be at 100%.
Yeah, so I'll be back.
That
Okay.
sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I have the new SSD is great, but yeah, Fantasy Grounds has some memory leaks, so it wouldn't surprise me if something got fucked up and it was hogging all the resources.
Mm. This is all
I-
new to me with the Fantasy Grounds.
Fantasy Grounds is great. It's got its quirks, but it's a 20-year-old piece of software, you know, so despite its flaws, you know, which its flaws really lie in tech debt because when I mean, like I said, it's 20 years old. They
Mhm.
have rewritten it once, but when they rewrote it, they didn't fully commit. They rewrote the back end, which is like the graphics engine, which is why you can have line of sight and have a map tools and all that shit. What they didn't rewrite is the front end side, which is the scripting,
Mm.
which is why you get lag because they're using Lua, which is like absolutely something you shouldn't be using for something like this. It'd be nice if they used JavaScript and like a web technology, but they're not. They can't. And in order to rewrite that, nothing would work, right? They'd basically have to redo all the modules that have been up for sale, and everything would have to be redone and restructured. So
they'd have to start from scratch, essentially.
yeah, they'd have to get, and that's from the data standpoint, right? Like, I mean, you could rip out the guts and just rewrite it, but all the data is like XML and the scripting is Lua. Both of those need to change to JSON and JavaScript, and it's just not. Yeah, Foundry it uses all modern web tech, and it's really nice to develop against. I actually am developing it, working with a guy developing a rule set for AD&D for Foundry. But the thing with Foundry is they don't have any licensing. So you can't go and just get pre-built modules. You can't go get the books. You can't get any of that. With Fantasy Grounds, they have full licensing for multiple rules, like games too, you know? Like Cyberpunk, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, all that stuff. Fantasy Grounds has a license, so with the license they can set up a store, and that's why we're playing a module right now, though. With Foundry, it's not like that. You have to basically write everything and do everything and bring everything in manually. You can't go buy it somewhere. So There's ways around that, but I like Fantasy Grounds. I think they both have their strengths, right? And Fantasy Grounds is great. I'm not going to talk shit on it for some of its failings. I think it's the best VTT out there. I mean, like it puts Roll20 to shame, like in pretty much every way.
Yeah, Roll20 had its like interesting points, but I can see why it's
Yeah,
not like favored. It's just
it's
kind
horrible
of
for DMs. It's horrible for DMs. From a player standpoint, it's not as bad. I mean, it's still better. Fantasy Grounds is still a lot better from the player standpoint, but it's not
Be
that
right
bad.
back.
But for DM though, it's awful. And like, don't they in Roll20? It's all macros, right? Like you have to basically just script out everything if you want any type of automation.
I don't get me to lying. I have no clue. All the
It's very
farthest I've
manual.
gone is like /R1D20. Like
Yeah, like chat command. Yeah.
yeah.
You're in the right one. Like if I could only pick one from the three, despite Foundry's flashy, cool UI and technology, I'd go with Fantasy Grounds any day of the week. It's the best one. The D&D one that's coming out is gonna fail so hard. It's gonna be ugly. It's just gonna crash and burn. VTT is the complicated software. You can't just develop one in like a year and a half, you know? It's like years and years of building upon, you know, bouncing ideas off each other, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I just wish when they did Fantasy Grounds Classic was the one that had been around until from 2002 to like 2019 was the older version of it.
Mhm.
And then in 2019, this Smiteworks bought it and rewrote it. Well, half rewrote it as Fantasy Grounds Unity, and it's using the Unity engine. That's why we get all the line of sight and the map tools and all that. They just rewrote like the back end in Unity, which is like a video game engine. Foundry doesn't have any of that. Foundry is just all HTML and JavaScript, like web. You run it, I mean, you can run it as an application on your, you know, like the DM runs it, like fires it up, but it's literally a browser. All the players just log in through the browser. The one cool thing about Foundry is you can pop the windows out, you know, like, because it's a browser, right? So, like, you can pop your character sheet out and put it in another window. You can't do that in Fantasy Grounds because it's all running just one.
I was
block.
about to say, wait, I can do that? You're talking about Foundry.
Yeah,
I
Foundry.
don't know why I was hearing Foundry and I was thinking
Yeah,
Fantasy. I'm
you
like,
can't do that,
I can't do that?
unfortunately. Nah, you can't do it, unfortunately, because it's it's like a video game, right? You know, you're just stuck in one application window. It's not like a browser. Yeah, it's just the tech. It's kind of shitty because if they would have, when they rewrote it in Unity, if they would have just said fuck it and done it with web tech, it would have opened up the door for a ton of, you know, improvements. But that's why you'll get lag sometimes too. Like when there's a lot of things in the combat tracker, it's because of the scripting language. It's just poorly optimized.
Oh, I know for me it takes forever for those maps to load
Mm-hmm.
because they're just so big.
That is, yeah, and that is partially Scoot with his ginormous sized maps, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and the animated icons and stuff.
I like the animated icon. I think that's
Yeah.
interesting.
They're good. Yeah, they're rad. I really like it too. The only thing that because I'm super OCD, when I do something that way, I want it all to be that way, right? And
Mhm.
unfortunately, you can't get like the variety of the monsters because someone hasn't gone through every monster in the monster manual and made an animated token for it. So it's like it bothers me to have it like mixed and match. Just an OCD thing, man. Like it
How long
would
have you
bother.
been playing?
It would.
Uh,
Well, it would bother me to
Episodes?
have like the animated token there, and then like a big ogre with like a regular size token or a regular style token.
How long have you been playing on Fantasy Grounds? Priceless.
This is my first time.
This
I've
game?
never. Yeah, I downloaded it specifically for this campaign.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
it's. You
I
should.
haven't been playing. I haven't been playing long either.
You've been playing a year, right?
Yeah, like a year.
For me, God, what did we start on? So when I started getting into the tabletop scene,
Mm-hmm.
it was 20 like 14 maybe.
Oh wow.
2013, 2014.
Yeah.
And I think we were using Roll20, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
That sounds right. That was the only option you had, pretty much. Well, there was Fantasy Grounds in that, but if you were using a VTT and it wasn't Fantasy Grounds, it was definitely Roll20.
And then trying to think.
What were you
have I
playing? Were you
used-
playing 5e?
No, I was playing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
1e? Pathfinder 1e?
1E. Mhm.
Yeah.
I had my very first character was a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
She was an Amazon princess.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Telepalea.
Dude,
And
these good names, man.
Thank you. I really get into the character when it comes to like naming stuff. Like I actually went on a website and was like Amazonian names, and I was like, oh, Telepalea sounds pretty.
Yeah.
It's like I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Um,
Laura does that
I'm the
too.
same. I'm the same way.
oh,
Although
I
Scoot
love it.
picked Nylane. I had like 20 names picked out.
Yeah,
I go on
like,
Pinterest and like look up fantasy names and I just save them all.
and
So
the
I have-
name generator too. That
yeah,
Yeah,
there's so many cool names.
I like picking names that feel like they're themed to my character. So I wanted something like sort of ancient Greek. So that's how I came up with Telepalea.
Yeah.
And she used
Amazonian too. That's cool.
I'm trying to think if there's like a name for it, like the double sword, where it's like it's just like a staff part that you hold, and it's got the sword on both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a glaive, but it's a double-sided glaive.
Right. So she used that, and she was pretty badass. But I remember telling the DM I wanted to kill my character because I wasn't having fun. Because if we weren't fighting, then I was pretty much just
Doing
standing there,
nothing.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then he killed her in a very unceremonious way, and I was like, well, now I
God.
just don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. Pathfinder is very much like D&D 3rd edition. If you know Pathfinder, you pretty much know D&D 3rd edition. It's literally exactly the same game. It was actually made, Pathfinder 1 was actually made as a fuck you to 4th edition. Because what happened is Wizard, you know the story. They came out with 4E and Pazio was like, everybody, there was a huge amount of people that just hated it. And Pazio was just like, let's just make 3.75E, you know? And that's where it started. So, yeah, it's very crunchy. I love classic D&D, man. This Castles and Crusades is you'd be surprised how similar this is to 1E and 2E. It's very similar.
I don't know if I would enjoy 1E and 2E very much, but it's giving me things that are different than what I'm used to, that are good, and it's giving me things that I'm different from what I'm used to, and I'm like, I could live without that.
Yeah, it's a little bit more hardcore. It's like they're very different styles of games. Like the modern games are very like player character centric. Like it's very much like the game is like molded around the player being like superhero-ish and making huge impacts right away. And the older game is definitely geared more towards the DM telling the story and like ordinary people having to survive that. You know what I mean? And it's like a slower burn that way as far as like your character power creep. Like, yeah, it's just different. Different strokes for different folks, you know? But I love the old stuff mainly because I do like the gritty realism thing. That's just my taste in it. I like that. And I also like the modules and the artwork and stuff from that era a lot
I
better.
do, I do like the grittiness of it, and like everyone feels very specific at what they do.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff is just so like esoteric.
Yeah, it's not balanced. I know what you mean. There's
It's
no
like there are
balance.
some things where it's just like, when would I
Yeah,
ever use
yeah,
this?
you absolutely 100% welcome to first and second edition D&D. There is a lot of really useful stuff that makes sense, but there is some stuff, like you said, it's just, when would I ever use this? Why would I use this? And the answer is, it's for the role play, man. A lot of, like, not everything in Classic has a, like, mechanical, I need to win purpose, right? It's
Mhm.
more of, like, it's just there for, like, the flavor of the game. And they got rid of that. That's one, you just nailed on it. That's like one of the huge things that changed from modern
Well,
and classic.
it's kind of interesting because
Oh, hey, Scoot.
5e does have feats that are designed for role play.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody
picks them.
picks them because they don't have a combat value.
I used to watch a lot of like the D&D YouTube channels because, you know, I like hearing about the new stuff that's coming out because maybe it'll be interesting, yada yada yada. The amount of times I have heard Pole Arm Master,
Polar Master,
there's the two other ones that like everyone uses
it's the
them.
one where you can make somebody stop in their place.
Sentinel.
There's Polar Master, Sentinel. What's the other? Steven would know. Where's Steven?
He had to step away. It's the one where like you don't take penalties when a target has cover. Both of them, it's like the range version and the melee version of you're less accurate for more damage. And I
You're literally describing why I don't like modern.
yeah, I understand that everything has its meta, but that doesn't mean we have to give into it. I cannot stand metas. Ugh, they make me sick.
Well, it's just also just like, is it a video? Is it a video game or is it a role playing game?
Right.
It very much, like with modern D&D, it very much feels like what did you call it? Buttons? Pressing buttons? Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
Pushing
it feels
buttons
like.
on your it's
what it
it's like
feels
playing
like.
World of Warcraft where you're clicking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
or 6.
Mhm.
Yeah, like in
Shift 2.
classic, like you should right. So you should read the 2E player's handbook. Like skim through it. I could even send you a copy of it. There's some really interesting things in there that explain some of that esoteric stuff and why it is the way it is. But I mean, they like heavily encourage, like when you rolling your character out, Scoot, you can correct me if I'm wrong how they phrase it, but they basically encourage you to keep the shitty character and make it work because it's for, stats. Because it's for, you could have fun with it. They were like, people who just give up on the shitty stats they're missing out on a lot of fun, because they're approaching the game from the wrong angle, which is like, I need to just go in and be the best at everything I do, where it's more of like, how creative can you get with this, like, with these handicaps, right?
Exactly. It encourages you to think outside the box because you can't just go in, fists blazing.
Yep. And like modern games, it's not like that. It's like they've given you so many advantages out the gate. It's like, okay, I can't be killed, Like level 1 in classic, it's like you gotta watch your footing, man. Like death is around the door at like every turn. I mean, you have a thief, like a thief's a great one. Like in 5e, the thief is just like a meat grinder. He's just a meat grinder.
Are you talking about Rogue?
Rogue, yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, there's no thief, but there's a rogue.
Yeah. In 2e, it's called thief. The rogue is the archetype, and there's bard and thief under the archetype. That's why I've said it that way.
Yeah. So I know there's 3 subclasses for rogue in the main book, and one of them is thief or burglar. I think
Oh,
it's
really?
something.
It's
Yeah,
thief.
and there's thief, there's assassin, and then there's arcane trickster.
Those are all 1E.
I will say
classes.
I have tried to do an assassin, and there's a component to the so this is where I get a little frustrated with. I don't even know if it's 5e, maybe it's DMs, but it's like
Mhm.
there are times I kind of want to do that outside the norm stuff. So
Yeah.
like the assassin says it's a master of disguise kits and it can pretend to be somebody else. And in my head, I'm then picturing like my assassin going to like the king's ball and, you know,
Mhm.
pretending to be one of the courtiers or whatever.
mission.
Right. And she goes to dance with the king. And then while they're
Yeah.
dancing, she slips poison in his drink.
Yep.
And then she waltzes off and no one ever knew she was there. And I'm like, that would be so cool. But no one's ever going to design something like that.
That's up to the good DM.
Yeah.
Scoot's a good DM.
I
So
mean, I guess
but-
it all depends on the environment, the play.
even
I
so, and
don't know the
I'm sure
word.
Scoot will agree with me that it's the DM's job with classes like that to kind of bend the story into that and get and
Oh, I see
present
what you're saying.
present those opportunities.
Yeah.
But I mean, if that's the whole core thing of your class, those opportunities should at some point arise, right? For you.
Mhm.
That you should be given the option to do that. If the DM's not doing that and he's just like railroading you into situations where you're never getting to shine or you know, be creative with your character, that's on him, not on you. So
That's one thing I will never do is railroad.
is railroad, yeah.
You guys choose your own adventure. I'm along for the ride. You all are railroading me.
Yeah. I frown upon railroading a bit. But assassin is cool, man. That's a first edition class right there.
Well,
And
I mean, it does something really amazing, which is like if you essentially get surprise on someone,
Mhm.
it counts as a crit. And then, you know, when you crit with your sneak attack, you double all the dice. And so, like, I remember one time I snuck in and I stabbed some bitch. I forget who she was.
Wait, is this 5e assassin?
Yes.
Yeah, I played one. I know how it works. It's awesome.
You should check out the CNC assassin.
I think my my DM at the time told me like after the session he was like, yeah, you took like half her life with that one hit.
Yeah. Oh, it's gnarly. That's what I
Assassins in
picked.
CNC
Yeah.
can have the ability to instant
Outright kill. Yeah, outright kill. Which is in my opinion, I think that's better. That's the way it should be. It should be hard to
the
do
way I
that.
look at it is, okay, let's just throw the hypothetical out there. You have spent all this time role-playing to build up yourself in character to be able to convince the court that you are a friend to the king and your mission is to assassinate the king. And you have done all this elaborate role-playing to get there. And then you go and make the attack to kill the king and you do 6 points of damage and he's got 40 hit points.
Yeah. It's
No,
not.
I'm sorry. With all
That's
that
why
work,
the dice. Yeah.
and the way I play it, the way I played 5e specifically is you're always 1d6 away from death. But when you had somebody who was not in combat with you, then you have the ability to instant kill them. Because the hit points and all of that are your toughness and your ability to avoid damage. And that 40 hit points that you have are not your life force. That's the amount of avoidance that you're actually getting hit with these things, but you're shrugging it off.
Shrugging it off. It's like going off your armor, all that shit. The vital 6 is like your vital points. Everything else is just dodging out of the way or careening off your armor, etc.
Yep.
All right. Well,
That's
before we get
interesting.
started, let me go refresh my beverage.
There you go, man.
Is it a good one?
It's water.
Oh.
Good for you.
So it's good.
Yeah, man.
I've got
for
an old
me.
fashioned.
Good for you.
There you go, Jackie. The
It's
old
just-
fashioned.
It's good old Deer Park.
I got bourbon.
Not sponsored.
It's fucking delicious.
Bourbon, delicious.
Bourbon is
Mhm.
delicious.
I
My
treated
God.
myself.
Scotch is my favorite.
I don't fucking drink anymore, man. Once I pop, I can't stop. So
I
I gotta chill with.
totally understand that, and it has taken me work to
Yeah.
get back to where I am now. I had my son; he just turned 9,
Hmm.
and before I had him, I had problems.
Yeah.
And after I had
We
him,
all
it took
did.
me a lot of time to be able to trust myself to
Yeah.
drink liquor. Like I
I
could do
get it.
beer because I'm like, I'ma just get what I'll drink. And then like
Yeah.
I could only have in the house what I was gonna drink.
Yeah.
And then only recently I'm like, I'ma just get some liquor and I'm gonna like I've been able to control
Yep.
myself. So there's
Yeah.
hope, but it takes
As
work.
long as you're not drinking during the day or like every fucking night when you get home from work. I mean, you should be drinking like if you drink, you should be drinking like twice a month, man. At most.
I mean,
Anything more than
I will
that is
say
like,
I'll do it like I have a scheduled one night a week that
yeah,
I play
that's all
games with
right.
my girls and we have drinks and we have fun. And that is
That's
my scheduled
that's
like
fine.
because it's the weekend. The next day I
Yeah.
have nothing to do. So like but since I've gotten better, I'm like I can have a couple of drinks during D&D and I will not get
Yeah.
out of hand and it'll
Yeah,
be
as long
fine.
that doesn't sound bad. No. I'm talking about getting home from work every day and doing and drinking a 12 pack is that type
That's
of shit
outrageous.
is, yeah.
That doesn't do
Getting
anything
home,
good for you, and it just
no,
yeah.
no. What
I
happened,
mean,
babe?
yeah.
What happened to your headset, sweetie?
They started making weird noises.
Oh,
Oh no.
So I think
Were they
you sure
dying?
those weren't the noises in your
they
head?
maybe
What happened? What did
sounded
they
like
do?
aliens. I don't know if it's aliens
What?
talking to me.
We'll look at it later. It's you can like did you tap them by accident? Because there's like
No,
there's a noise canceling and all
There's
types
an
of
alien
shit.
setting?
It's like tap, 3 taps on the right, 1 tap
it
on the
was
left. There's like all types of shit. I
Swipe
was
up,
like, all
swipe
right.
down, up,
Yeah,
down, left, right, left, right.
yeah, and dude, so
yeah.
much shit. I was like, I
AP.
fucking you got
AP,
2
APs.
buttons and you got 15 different permutations, from 2 buttons on your head. I'm not gonna remember that shit. It's like duck, 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 goose, duck, goose.
Yeah. Well, plus like my ears are so small that the one on the left kept falling out. I
Hey,
don't know.
do you
I
have
just
the Zork box in there?
no. I put it in a safe zone where the
You
cats
should see
What?
this shit.
Hold on. You can't brush over that.
So show it. Go get it, babe.
Here, let me grab it.
Zork. I haven't played
I
that
need
game
to
in
see.
like
Well,
decades.
you got to see the actual booklet and the map and all that it comes with. So look up Beyond Zork. There's a lot of Zorks. They're famous old D&D games for DOS. Old D&D
No,
DOS
it
games.
was written for the track 80.
Yeah, it's
originally.
even older than DOS.
Yeah, so I got this today.
Nice.
The original. This is the
That's
first
the
wow.
original?
D&D game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the original, dude.
This is the first
Wow.
D&D
So
game
that's
I
for
ever
the Trash
played.
80?
And I didn't.
No, not the original Zork. That's Beyond
Oh.
Zork. That's like part
I
4.
think I made this strong.
It's one of the best.
5.5 inch.
It's one of the best ones, though,
Yes.
man.
Oh wow.
Can you plug that? Do you have a
It's
Wow.
do you have a
actual
floppy drive?
floppy disk.
Yeah.
This is actually
Show the
not
map.
why I bought. This is
Show
actually
the
not
map
why I
and the
bought it.
booklet. It's
It's because I
incredible,
loved
dude.
this when I was a kid. Oh my god, this is the best map ever.
Dude, back when
You've
things were
got
made
a
quality.
floppy drive?
Yeah,
I
we don't, but
love
I have
old
DOS
maps.
box.
Look
I'll-
at
Oh, I don't
there's
have
the
them over here.
lighthouse.
I have a
shit.
whole stack of like old maps like that from games that I plan on like
Gondola?
wallpapering.
I
my
love
room.
it.
I'm
I
gonna get
love
I'm gonna
those.
get poster
It's like
or
this
like
room that
I'm
we're
gonna
in right
frame
now
it.
in
And
my
then
library.
it's best.
Yeah, dude, show the cat, show Haven.
Oh
It's
my
like
god.
okay, so when
We,
I was a kid,
I love that. I wish
loved
games still did that.
I know.
this is
It's
back when there was
great.
quality things,
I
man. You know?
always the
Yes.
first thing I would do
When
in
you
the
paid
game
a
every
lot of
time-
money for something that was worth it
Mhm.
like that. Oh, I love it.
That's
So
the
I would get the
minx.
minx, and little did I know that 20 years later I would have my very own minx. Because my cat looks
Aw.
exactly like this fat little. It's like a mix
Yeah,
between
it
a
looks
cat and
exactly
a
like Haven, and it's got a
I
pigtail.
love that.
Hey,
A pigtail?
ladies and
And
gentlemen.
then there was another game that was called Plundered Hearts, and you know, like actually it had this ball that you would go to, and you do exactly what you were saying, Priceless. Like you go and you dance with the
Assassinate.
king or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so when you were talking about that, I was like, oh man, you got to play Plundered Hearts. Old
Yeah,
Sounds like a
it's-
good time.
Dude, those old DOS, so like the gold box DOS ones and Zork and all that, man, they didn't have the graphics, but they had the writing.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
mean,
what I
it's
love
like
old
everything.
RPG games like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Text-based
dude.
RPGs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like
You
My favorite
They're
of
great.
all
picture
time.
whatever you want in your head. You
Yep.
don't need
yes.
anything.
My favorite game of all time for the computer is Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. The original 2.
Yes.
Those are the
Sword of
best.
Kadash.
love-
Sword of Kadash. Sword
What
of
is
Kadash
it?
So, like-
is my
I don't
favorite.
think I
Sword
have
of
those
Kadash.
I don't know what
My
that is.
parents were
Or
gamers, and
Bard's Tale.
Bard's
Your
Tale, yes.
Hearts
The
Tell.
original on the Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We had the Amiga, and we had some Dragon or something like that.
Dragonlance?
That, like
No.
Dragon
No.
Slayer?
No.
it was where like
It's with the
sun would
cartoon
set,
guy.
Yeah,
the sun would
Dragon
set and
Slayer.
the dragons would come out,
Dragon Slayer,
and
oh,
like
yeah.
you hear them in the distance just making noises, and it's like
Oh, no.
and I was such a little kid at the time, like, oh my god, the dragons are coming,
Here.
the sun is setting, oh my god.
Here, let me get it for you. Dragon Slayer, I think, is the one you're talking about. Or Dragon Quest or something.
Mhm.
It's like. Oh,
It
man.
was
What was the
I think it
one
was
that
like-
it was like a cartoon?
That's
That's
the
Dragon
one I'm
Slayer.
talking about.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm talking about. And
I
it
played
was
that
impossible.
in the arcade.
At the
I played that
arcade,
in
and
the
it
arcade.
oh
put like a
shit,
million.
okay.
You put
Yeah.
a million
I
quarters in
couldn't
that
afford
shit
to play that game.
because it was like a
It's so
movie.
hard. Yeah.
Remember, it
Yep.
was like a movie, and then you would use the control, and then it would switch scenes. Like it's funny, man. They used to get really creative with games back when they didn't have the graphics, so they actually made a game that was like a cartoon.
Mhm.
And when you would press the buttons, it would switch the frames to the different part in the cartoon.
This game.
Super
on.
advanced. Super advanced shit right there.
Okay, so you guys want to get going?
Yeah.
No. I just posted in general chat Draken,
Yeah, I
the
wanna
game that I was
see it.
talking about that haunted my nightmares as a
Oh,
child.
Draken, dude.
Yes!
I had that game. That was
It-
hard.
It
That shit
scared
was
the shit out of that.
It's
That was
impossible.
the first RPG that I remember playing.
What was mine? Eye of the Beholder was mine. One.
I
Part
love
one.
Eye of the Beholder.
That was the first
remember
computer D&D game that I played was Eye of the Beholder.
I loved Eye of the Beholder. I have
Yeah, it's hardcore.
Daggerfall. Daggerfall was one that I remember struggling with. Daggerfall and Arena. I have those on Steam
Yep.
still. Or like
Yep.
again.
Yep. Again, I know I've bought in those like 5 times. They had the gold box where they released all of those. Well, first, back before they released them on GOG, like I had DOSBox and I would run all the stuff through the emulator, the DOS
I
emulator.
bought a case for one of the Skyrim anniversaries
Oh,
that
cool.
had Arena, Daggerfall, Oblivion, Skyrim, and it
Mhm.
has all of the maps on paper.
Oh,
Ugh,
yeah,
I-
those are rad.
obsessed.
We're gonna get a new one of those in a few years
When
after Star Citizen fails,
when I'm old.
which is failing right now, unfortunately.
Mm.
I can't believe Bethesda, man. They've had like 2 back-to-back failures, which I never thought I would ever see. that happen, but
Yeah.
I
It
think they bit off
sucks.
more than they could chew. They rushed out a Fallout game and then rushed into this one, or they were developing them concurrently, and it's just
I think they're trying to develop too many really big
yeah, they
games
are.
at
They
one
are.
time.
They
They
are.
have way too much on their plate.
Yeah. You can't do that. You cannot do that shit.
Not with those games.
No. You can't. That's like a 5-year development cycle, at least.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like when they do the next Fallout, I want them to rip down the art direction completely and just start over and kind of make it like how the first 2 Fallout games were, where it's more of like it's more apocalyptic is the only way I could describe it. There's like in the newer Fallout games, there's a lot more technology just laying around, and the older ones it takes place like right after the war, so everything is just obliterated. And like, you'll see people like running around with spears and stuff. If you've ever played Fallout 1 and 2, you should, or if you've never played it.
I never got into the Fallout games. I've seen
Oh,
gameplay,
it's so
but
good.
I never
First
played. I
Fallout was
played
the
a
bomb.
Yeah,
I
dude.
played like all of the other Bethesda games, but I never got into
You're
I
missing out
like
on the
the
best one.
past.
You're
I
missing
never
out
got
on the
into the
best.
future sci-fi stuff.
Not
I've
though.
heard
It's like
so many
both.
good things.
Oh, get yourself Fallout.
Hey,
Oh man.
Can we get
Which-
started, guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that, Scoot. I
Come
thought
on,
you were doing
please.
something.
We
Yep.
got distracted with game talk.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to play that, Jackie.
All right.
I
So
will.
you stand out front of the cave.
Is that a clickable video game entrance I see right there? Cave entrance?
You just move your token onto it, and it will teleport folks into it.
You and these fancy smancy extensions. Well, okay, so getting back into this real quick, what is our formation here?
Talon, Fade, Dionea, Nylane, Dinky.
Okay.
If you don't like your formation, go to the party sheet and move yourselves around.
Yep,
I
I
tend
got you.
to want to be in front anyway, until we want to sneak.
All right. Well, before we go in, I'm going to turn to Nylane and I'm going to say, I'm going to teach you something, and it's going to be very important that you memorize it and know it well, because you'll have to say it over and over again in order for this to work. And I'm going to cast Eyes of the Bat on her.
Ooh.
So whenever you speak the incantation, it acts like sonar and lets you know what's in the room.
Holy shit.
The
That's
fuck?
Awesome. Was that Scoot that just said what the fuck?
Did you just write that spell? Because if
No.
you did, I'm giving it to you.
No, it was here.
That's the bomb.
Damn, Scoot didn't know about this.
Yeah,
Well, there's
it might be from the advanced thing you
I mean,
It's
I
from
know, but
Adventure's
damn.
backpack, but that's totally fine, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
so with
That's
Eyes of the Bat, the
awesome.
druid can see in the dark. Once cast, whenever the druid utters the incantation, the sound of his voice acts as sonar, revealing the world around him. The druid must close or cover their eyes for Eyes of the Bat to work. They can speak constantly in order to see continually, or they can speak the incantation intermittently for the same effect. The spell works in all forms of darkness, including magical darkness. They can see as far as sound carries in a straight line. It does not allow them to see around corners. If cast on another party member, that person must utter the incantation. It lasts for 1 hour plus 1 hour per level of the caster, which would be a total of 6 hours. It doesn't
You're
reveal
casting this on
colors.
Nylane?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's the bomb, man.
Yeah,
So,
this
yeah.
Nylane is very excited about this.
And you're casting that on Nylane now.
Especially
Yes,
if we're going to
before
be
we
going
step
into
in.
this place. Yeah, because we had the issue with the darkness before.
All right, so 8 hours is.
What is the word
That's
that
awesome.
I am to speak? Is there a phrase or what is the incantation?
Mm, Oh god, I'm such an 80s baby. I was about to be like Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca Heiny Ho.
I like
Yeah.
it. We'll go with it.
Oh,
Mecca Lecca hi.
Mecca
Mecca
Heiny Ho.
Heiny ho.
hmm
Okay.
As long
Gotta
as you
make sure
remember
say it
that,
right.
you'll be able to see what's in your environment. Just make sure you keep your eyes closed. It needs complete concentration.
Got it.
Thanks, that's awesome.
I hope this works.
Okay, so I guess Nylane, you're going in.
Yeah, I'll go in first.
So
As quietly as
that little
possible.
portal there is you just move your token onto that.
I don't think I see the map. I'm not seeing which map it
If you go to your character sheet
is. Yes.
and you double click your token, it'll
Oh.
bring up the map that you're currently on.
No? Hold on. I click on the picture?
Token.
The little moving token.
Oh, I see it.
Dude, the eyes of the bat, man. It's pulling out arsenals from the player's backpack. Keep the DM on his toes.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was like, this will be helpful so we can stay in complete darkness.
Wait, is the player's backpack? Didn't you do that, Scoot, all by yourself? That's not even for sale on the, or is it for sale
No,
on?
the Adventures backpack is for sale.
But which one isn't?
I'm coding currently the Adventure spellbook.
Oh, okay. That's why I got confused. I knew it was similar. We're going in, guys. We're going in.
Holland's the only one who's being leery
Oh.
of going in.
No.
Well, she's played it up. So how far behind her or is she?
I'm just being cautious. I almost
So,
died before.
You guys into your order.
Yeah, I can't
Off
see
the
shit,
portal,
and
so
you're being
Oh,
moved to
wait.
the cave entrance. Just ignore that, right, Scoot?
ignore any
Oh.
pop-ups that you get now.
Yeah.
I just said yes.
Holland. Well, go ahead and move yourself back on that token.
This is why I don't use this extension, even though it's cool as hell.
Well, I should have coded this other one to not allow you to.
I can't see.
I can't. Well, we're human, and it's pitch black in here, so
Dark.
the
I'm
eyes
half
of the
elf.
bat.
Oh, I can't see with half elf in this.
Mm-mm.
Not
Oh.
Dinky has his. You got Dinky? Are you?
Yeah, I got something.
Talk to
I was
me.
about to say I
Hold
have
on.
torches.
You got a
I
little
just have
something,
never
Dinky?
used
I
them.
got a little
No,
something. Hold up.
No,
Let me,
no light. No light.
Man,
No
Chrome.
light.
Chrome's
It
Oh,
going.
makes
yeah.
us a target. If we create a light, they will see
Okay.
it. They will come to
Can
us. That is
someone
why I
hold my
cast
hand?
Eyes of the Bat.
Yes. So
Correct.
I can't see.
Nylane is closing her eyes and uttering
Colin's
the
gonna
word
just put her hands out and be like,
Mecca.
"Someone hold my hand."
Mecca Lecca hi, Mecca Heiny ho.
Oh man.
What do I hear?
I love this. This is going to be so much fun.
It's
As
literally
far as-
theater of the
What
mind. Let me
direction?
just.
You can sense that you're in a 40-foot wide area. In front of you, somewhere centered. Perhaps, where are you?
I'm facing
Lane.
south.
About 15 to 20 feet in front of you are the double doors you remember. There's an opening, and in there you sense the sonar bouncing off objects that seem to be like poles sticking out from the ground. You remember those being the spears or the stakes in the ground with the miniature skull heads hanging from them.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is the
so
range on
south.
this?
It pretty much just acts like a sonar. So whatever sound bounces off of, I suppose.
Oh, holy shit.
I mean,
What
I'm
you
assuming she can't be too loud because then that'll still attract them. So maybe there's some play there to be had.
So I can't. Talon's going to be whispering
Mhm.
as quietly as she can to who she hopes is around her. I can't see shit. So I can't hit things. If anything is here,
We just have to follow the sound of her voice as she recites the
Elaine.
incantation.
You also sense with this, there are two seated. They appear to be in the sonar that you're seeing, two bodies seated against the western wall, and there's a very large body laying in the corner of the northeastern wall in this
Whoa.
area, as
Okay.
well as another body of about your size laying 15 feet away from you.
Okay, so to the
Carnage.
west, there are two seated bodies. That
Yes,
to
they're
the
not
north,
moving.
to the
we did see
northeast.
bodies in here when we entered the first time too.
The other
Were they
adventurers. That's right.
So are
seated, or
these?
were they
They
laying
were
down?
dead. They were just
There
dead.
were some like as they were running to exit. So would she know if these are in the roughly the same position as the ones that we saw the first time we came in, the ones that were running towards the exit, towards their
Yes.
safety? Those are the same ones that she's seeing now.
Yes.
Okay. Because we did see those, and that should have been our
Okay.
hint. But I didn't listen.
Okay, so we have two bodies over here, and
And in all
bodies.
actuality, where you are right,
Colin's just gonna have our hands out, just like
just give me a bear with me. This isn't really
trying to
affecting
reach her
our
out.
current reality. Current reality is that you got light coming in from the entrance.
Mm.
So
Okay.
in this area, this is what you would. This is what
Okay. I
Hmm.
feel so much better right now.
I keep forgetting that this is like exposed to the. You can see outside from here.
I mean, because otherwise, Talon would just be like arms out, just feeling around, like who, where, like.
Look at all that blood right inside that door. Gee, I wonder where that blood came from.
I wonder whose that is. that blood looks familiar.
Yeah.
It seems like it was a part of me at one point. maybe you as well, Diana.
Maybe. Oh.
Last time we were here, because we missed this session,
Yeah.
did you guys make it any further than this
Mhm.
area right here?
Yes,
you
we
enter
were
directly?
right inside that door.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
Right inside that door.
my
So
computer
right
is
here, not any further, like north or east.
Like probably
You
as
guys
far
were,
as
like,
you
We
can
were
in
see.
there.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
like right there,
Okay.
which I see our blood splatter. So we or their blood splatter, someone's blood splatter. So we
Yeah,
were
it's
about
purple.
right
It's theirs.
there. Okay. So yeah, we were like right there, and then we ran back once we
They
could.
indeed ran
Okay,
back.
so we haven't made it very far in this cave.
No.
No.
You did kill 17 zombies and 2 ghouls.
Yeah, we made it only this far in, and that's how many things we killed. And then we ran, and we said, "Is there a better way?" So now you understand why we were like, "There has to be a better way."
Mhm.
I see, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, well, which direction? It looks like it only goes north and.
This is the only entrance, and this is
Oh,
the
okay.
outside.
I would
Yeah, when
suggest
we were-
maybe stand in the doorway. see what
When we
comes
were
back to you.
inside, you shot an arrow, like north-ish, and it took a few seconds before it hit the wall. So we understood that that next room is of a decent size, at least north. We could not see the ends of that room,
Wow.
but it seemed like it was a decent size.
Okay. I think I should scout ahead a bit into that passage.
Yeah.
Yes,
Without light.
Go with caution, though, as
Yes.
I am
A
very
lot
drained.
of caution.
I'm going to use my
What a
move
cool spell, man.
silently ability.
Such a cool spell. Love that spell, man.
Before
Mhm.
she walks off, Talon would like to say, get to the door, see if there's anything close by, so that I can move closer to you before we progress any further. Just in case there's something close by.
Yeah, I will
Plus me move silently.
okay. I will definitely let you know what I
Yeah,
hear.
because
And then...
Talon's gonna stay put until she lets her know that at least close to the door is clear, so that I can move forward and at least be closer to when something attacks.
Prime. Okay. All right.
I don't want her to be too far away from me and get attacked, is my thing.
Okay, so I'm moving silently just to the very entrance here.
Okay.
And then
You stand at the entrance.
I think I will, if I speak right here, my incantation, I can probably hear what's in this room. So
How
I'm
loud are
going.
you speaking it?
I am only speaking it. It's slightly above a whisper, I would say. Mekaleka hi, Mekahini ho.
As you speak it,
So
what
good.
feedback you get
I love it so
are
much.
3 of those spiked um, 3 of those spikes with shrunken heads attached to them, and multiple bodies laying on the ground.
Mm.
Wait, what
Shrunken
happened with the
head.
heads?
Shrunken.
Oh, she sees the heads.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they like moved towards her or something. I was like,
Mm.
what?
Bouncing Beetlejuice heads have just
Yeah,
come to life.
Essentially,
Okay,
that's a
what I was
whole new
thinking.
level of horror.
These are essentially
was-
totems with between 3 and 5 shrunken skulls hanging from these totems.
Mm.
Yeah, they're like those old
We have-
warning symbols people used to use.
Yeah.
We have that at the Ripley's, believe it or not, here in Florida.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
really? Cool.
Tons of shrunken heads.
That's fucking
Creepy.
cool.
Oh, I remember having shrunken heads as a kid. Those were so cool.
We
Yeah,
have,
what?
there's like the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum,
Yeah.
and there's like
They used to have toy
legit
shrunken heads.
humans. Oh no, these are like human skin shrunken
Legit.
heads.
Yeah, like legit.
Well,
I
we have
didn't have legit ones.
we have the Muter Museum, so we've got some pretty gross shit here too. So
What is it? What museum?
the Muter Museum.
Muter.
Yeah, like Muter. It's German or something.
Uh-huh.
It's got like gross stuff like the torso of a woman who wore corsets every day and shit like that.
Oh, like with the super cinched waist.
Well, it's like her
I
how
see
her
it.
ribs realigned.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
this is bad. Yeah, I see it.
Oh.
Mhm. It's got a bunch of gross shit in there that's some people would find really cool and fascinating.
Fucking Germans.
So
Sounds like Florida
what do you
shit.
do beyond this point, Eileen?
So first, so that is all I detect. Nothing moving. Just the bodies and the shrunken heads. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
as
Which
far out
bodies?
as what your sonar carries. You're guessing that communication was probably maybe 20 feet out.
Right. I would have explained to you that, the louder you are, the more you're going to get back. So I'll let
Mhm.
you know to gauge it as you see fit.
And
The
the
thing is,
bodies
I
that
don't wanna get
she
too
heard,
loud.
can she tell
Right.
are they dead or moving?
Well,
Well,
I don't know. You
So
have to ask
I'm gonna
her,
so I'm gonna
not
whisper
me.
I'm gonna whisper back. So it seems like I heard what Colin asking that, and I'm just gonna
Colin's
tell
just
her
like looking, like
and
trying to like, should I move up? Like,
You don't
yeah,
know
and very
nothing.
impatient.
Nothing is moving.
Colin,
Like,
be patient, be patient.
But see, so
she's
you're
sitting
gonna have
there
to
with sword and shield, like
make
looking like
tones often in order to get the sonar to go out and come back
Mhm.
to get movement coming. Because all you're going to get with each
oh,
word that you send out
is a
is a blip as,
stationary
as
picture.
something, a stationary picture.
Yeah, because
In
it's
order
sound.
to
It's seen
get
by
a full
sound.
picture, you're going to have to
Multiple.
You can recite it just nonstop, and then you'll just get continuous vision.
Mhm.
Well, either that or I could be moving while I'm reciting it. Wouldn't that allow me
It
to
would work the same.
how?
The more you
'Cause I'm
recite it, the more of a vision that you see each
I
second
see.
you recite it.
and
Okay, 'cause
each
I'm
time if something's moving, it will change its position in relation
Yeah.
to your ping.
I see.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
pinging.
well, I think what I'm going to do then is just tell Talon to be patient. I'm gonna whisper back, Talon, stop clinking your armor. She's like tapping her foot.
Clinking your armor.
That's
down back
exactly
there.
what I'm doing. I'm sitting there like tapping myself, just like what do I do?
I don't know. Let me see what Fade is
As
doing.
soon as she says something, I'll just like stiffen, just like, oh no, I was totally doing that. Like, okay.
I don't know what the fuck.
I'm gonna move in about 10 feet, very, very silently, and whisper this incantation again.
Go ahead.
And then
Go
I'll
ahead,
let
move
you
your
guys
token.
know. And I'll let you guys know if there's something moving in here.
It's
As
good
you
we have a
whisper the
ranger.
Like, really hard
incantation, you
to
find
move.
yourself. You find that. Can you see my arrow?
Yes.
There is a totem there. There is a totem there. There is a totem there. You are literally standing on top of where you are now. There's a body there. Same tone, right? Same.
Yes.
There's a body
Yes.
there. There's a body there.
I don't like this so much. I'm so confused.
There's a body there.
Well,
there, there,
yeah.
there.
Because there's
there,
so many bodies
there.
of things that we
Are you
killed.
counting? Are you counting this?
There's a
17.
totem. There's a totem there.
We killed
And
so many
there's
things in this area.
There's a standing body right there.
Standing body.
Okay, that was different.
Fireball. Lightning bolt.
Fate's
Okay.
just like ready to start attacking.
Fireball.
Mhm.
Oh, if only Talon
Can I
knew,
s-
she'd be sitting there like vibrating, like.
Can I see
know?
Nelaine?
No.
Okay. Fair
I was
enough.
about to say, I think she's
Um,
like kind of hidden behind the doors from us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we technically, it shows like 2 ajar, but when we entered, I think we only opened one.
Oh,
So I
okay.
think technically
yeah.
only one of the doors is open.
Yeah.
When
so
we
she's
initially entered.
got it.
Yep.
Well, all right. Well, let's see what happens. We might have to move quicker.
Yeah. Nylene is trying to think what to do here. She thinks there's a threat in the northeast corner.
Colin's literally just sitting there like sword and shield, just
I'm
ready
going
to
to give
charge.
you 15 seconds real
Vibrating.
time to make a decision, and then
Okay.
the next action's going to happen.
Can I ask what do we use as a light source when we go into the caves?
Dinky.
Yep,
Dinky
I'm
has
rolling.
a reusable light source on him so that we don't continuously use torches. So anytime we do go into caves, that when we came in here the first time, we were using Dinky's light source instead of a
Okay.
torch because it's reusable.
Okay, I'm going to just move silently back to the party and tell them what I think is in there. Maybe we can make a decision, quickly make a decision here. What
No
we're going
ping.
to- Sorry?
No ping.
Like no sonar ping.
Oh, no, not
Okay.
as of now. I'm just gonna come back and tell them there's a lot of dead bodies in there, like
Makes
4
sense.
shrunken heads on totems. And I believe in the northeast corner there is one standing body,
Hmm.
and that seems odd. Perhaps one that we missed.
Yes, all the bodies on the ground make sense.
Yeah,
But that
definitely
one.
those make sense.
I don't really know what to do here though, guys, because we don't want to go rushing in there and draw everybody
Well,
out.
when we escaped last time, and she would remember this from if she was actually here. When we retreated, they did not leave the entrance gate. So you would remember that from the last time we were in here. So if we were to go in cautiously and hope that these are all the dead bodies of those that we already slain.
Well, there's no reason a dead
Maybe-
body would be standing. Well,
Well,
an
the
undead
one.
body maybe.
The one, but all of the other. If maybe
Which
if we
one?
do progress
Oh.
further so that I could see, all of us could see. I don't know. Maybe we should move a little further in so we could get a better idea.
I think what we should do, because I'd like to use this lovely bat vision that I have, if you guys could get closer to the entrance there, and
I
I'm gonna go
definitely
in a
want to
little,
get closer.
I'm gonna go in a little bit further this time. Yes, I know you do.
I definitely I need to get in there. This is crazy.
Della's just like,
I'm-
oh yeah, no. Like,
I'm going to go in. I'm gonna go in a little bit further, and I'm gonna say Mekaleka. I'm gonna say the incantation, and
Uh-huh.
and then if I start getting attacked, I'm gonna say the incantation again, very very loud. So you guys, that'll be your signal. to
Okay,
come-
that'll be our
come in.
signal to come in. Yep.
Yeah.
And then
'cause
with that signal, Dinky shows his amulet so I could see, because I can't see shit. I can't
Yeah.
see a goddamn thing besides what's coming from upstairs right now.
And of
I am
course,
so blind right now.
you all will need use of my superb magic. So
Yes,
All right.
you saved our ass last time. I'm sure you'll save our ass again.
Just
Okay.
reminding everyone, this is purely a scouting mission. We cannot afford to have any
Oh.
injuries if we
Oh.
can avoid it.
Right, you guys were trying to scout.
I'm
This
glad
is
you said something.
purely
because
A scouting mission. I am not prepared to enter this cave today.
So when are you Mekaleka High, Mekaleka Lie?
I am doing this at every, I would
love
say
that
10
so much,
feet.
by the way.
Every 10 feet. Once I enter,
So I want
I'm-
you to move to where the first time is that you do
Okay.
this.
Okay, I'm gonna move right there, and I'm
And
gonna
you-
make a look at.
You see a
walking
body.
backwards,
You
baby.
you sense a body there, standing, and a body there standing now.
Oh my god!
you need to turn
And-
Oh,
around.
now.
Now they're definitely congregating.
We don't know
Towards
that.
us?
Anything
Oh,
else
yeah.
that I detect?
Everything else that you detected earlier.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Those are
Oh.
two new things in the area. What are you doing?
Oh, those. I'm going back to the party.
You keep
Okay, guys.
going in there, and so how loud are we all being right here? You know, I mean, we're whispering,
I'm
right?
standing still.
I'm
Yeah.
imagining that you guys are talking really quietly.
That's what I
Mhm.
was thinking.
I am trying to
You
whisper
keep
at my
going
most
in.
whispered.
I'm gonna speak to Elaine and I said, "You've gone through yonder portal twice and come back twice. What is it that you see beyond there?"
Well, I mean, I can
Bodies.
only see
Do you need my? Do
bodies,
you?
but two
Of
of
course, you
them.
would need
At
use
first,
of
there
my
was
magic.
one standing. What
Are
kind
you
of magic?
Use of my magic.
Fade, are you wanting to fight? Because if we're ready to fight, I'm ready to fight. But like, I'm trying to be restrained, and if I
I
can be
think
restrained, I would hope that a magic user with such esteem as yourself would also be able to like restrain themselves. If a simple fighter such as myself can, you surely can. While the ranger does as the ranger should, which is scout ahead and make sure that we're not falling into the same exact trap that we fell into last time.
scouting would imply that you would make forward progress, but we seem to be standing in the
You
same
don't
place.
remember the shit show that was last time. I would say this is
Oh,
progress
I
compared to
remember.
last time.
I remember.
Yeah.
I seem to
I
remember.
still have a few wounds from last time. I remember as well. So I appreciate this type of entrance.
If
What
you two
lies?
would
Versus when
cease
I
your
was
bickering and let Nylane simply tell us what she has seen, then perhaps we wouldn't have these problems. Nylane, would you
He
please
looked
inform
taken
us?
aback.
Thank
He
you,
looks taken aback.
Diana.
How dare you?
Talon
Noted.
will grin and shut up. She'll be grinning the whole time at Fade, just like shit-eating grin, just like
Fade is
carry
not
on.
happy. His ego is definitely bruised from that one.
Talon loves it.
Narcissist. He's total narcissistic behavior.
Mommy of the group coming through.
Talon, this is not Talon's first wizard that she's dealt with, so she's just like,
Oh, he's a pompous fuck. He's pompous.
They all are.
Anyway, Nylane, if
they
you
all
would.
are. That's why Talon's just like.
Let the druid.
Nylane gives
Nylane.
Diana. Okay, Nylane gives Diana a very grateful look at this, and it says, "Okay, guys, there's definitely one more body in there this time, and I feel like if I go back in a third time, there's going to be at least a third body in there, standing, and so I think they're congregating, as we speak." I don't.
vote we proceed in and turn it into a bonfire in there.
Are you wanting to go first?
I am not opposed to standing at yon portal and sending some of my magics down the hallway, but it depends on what I'm shooting at. What have you seen through the door? Do you have
Well, I
any
can-
idea what type of creatures lie beyond that portal?
Dead things.
Humanoid-sized
seem to
creatures
always
is what you saw
fly.
standing.
And
Your best guess
obviously,
is it's probably zombies.
obviously
I'm
with
Because that's
ill
what you killed
intent.
before.
And have they not shambled towards you? They did not see you in the dark?
I can only hope they did not see me in the dark. It didn't seem as if they did.
Well, we are a capable party. I would
There
say
are
standing
also
here
ghouls that we
is
have
doing
seen
us.
in that
And I will
area.
turn them into a bonfire or light them, electrocute them.
But how?
And we had a lot of fun doing that last time, but I also came very close to death last time. So I think, just we rushed in last time. Trust me,
Well,
we did the rushing in last time. I
was
really
hoping-
I really appreciate the calmer method this time. So if they would like to calmly approach things, I would my health would fucking love it. So
Then-
Nightwing.
I am all for
have
the
any-
more reserved approach, but we need to make some type of a progress, and we aren't
do we have
making.
any type of I don't know, traps or something we could set
Sir, you barely took a hit last time, and you are welcome.
Wouldn't the
So-
ranger have some type of a trap on her, and you're asking the wizard for a trap? Wouldn't you or the woodland
What about
druid
the
I do.
thief? Don't forget you guys got a thief.
or the
We
thief?
have
who
a
has
thief,
rogue?
and the
the thief-
thief is literally just sitting there the whole
He's not
time,
talking.
just quietly,
Or the
like,
He's
He's
just,
like-
watching
he's just
that.
watching everybody just go crazy. And
Think he's
just
think he's
"What the
quiet
hell is going
tonight."
on here?"
Yeah, or the thief who hasn't said a word or hasn't
Not
said
a
more
damn
than 3
thing
words.
tonight, Dinky. You
Yep.
sure are
Oh,
quiet.
tired. He's tired. Happens.
No, I'm just watching the y'all are,
You enjoying it?
yep, just taking it all in.
Watching the chaos unfold.
Well, in all
Yep.
serious, guys, what's the
Dinky's
plan?
used to Talon's outburst anyway, I'm sure.
What's
Clock's
the
I mean,
plan?
ticking.
I could go
Yeah.
back in there a third time and see what I see. If you want me to do that, I could go a little bit further in.
And Dianea is, in so many words, trying to warn you that if y'all take a hit, y'all are fucking shit out of luck because I have no
And-
heals.
And Talon has
We'll
become
figure it
very
out.
close with
I have-
What are you
Dianea
doing?
lately.
I have
Okay.
you
a
doing?
Talon's not
single
going
0
in.
level.
It's right now is the
I have some
moment
potions.
where I need an action.
All right,
Mhm.
well, Talon's
Okay.
gonna say, I don't think we should go in. If Dianea is not ready to keep my ass alive, I'm not ready to go in there. And if I'm not ready to go in there, I don't think we should move forward.
Then what
Let's-
do you propose? Back to camp?
Let's go out and see if we can find another way into this mess like we were doing before, but maybe we can go to the around the back of the cave or to the top.
Well,
It's like
that
a
means we're in
mound,
the
isn't it?
same. We're in the same problem before. Is that I guess the main issue is that we're not prepared.
We're not
Right.
prepared. And we are
Okay.
realizing that we are still not prepared. So let us
Let's
back
go,
out
yeah.
again.
Let
And
us
get
retreat.
Prepared again.
I
I
have
am
an
okay with
idea.
almost death, but when the person who keeps me alive, and she points to Dianea, also almost dies, that I'm not okay with. Because
have
then
an
I
idea.
can't stay alive.
We know they don't come through the threshold. Perhaps you stand at the door and yell the incantation as loud as you can. See what comes back to you. At least that way we have a better
Yes.
idea of how large the room is.
Yes, and I don't want to waste this spell. It only lasts 6 hours, so
That is a good idea.
okay. So Nylene is going to go to the entrance of this, the entrance right here, and she's going to yell as loud as she can the incantation.
Jade will move over since he rudely stepped in front of the door while everyone was arguing.
So you yell the incantation.
Yes, as loud as I can.
As you yell it, there's a body there now.
Standing?
There's a body there standing. There's a body there standing. There's a body there standing. There's a huge body right there standing.
Lightning bolt.
And you get the impression that there's a wall. A wall. So I'm tracing the wall
Okay.
that this is bouncing off of. This is a
And
gap.
none of these
and you
things
cannot
are
just
procedural.
hold on. Let me go through this description. There's a gap here, and I'm on a wall, a wall, a wall, a wall, 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 wall. Where are you at?
What a cool spell.
Doggone it. I keep losing it. Gap, 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 gap. Wall, 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 wall,
Huge.
wall, wall.
Huge.
Gap, 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 gap. Wall,
God.
wall.
You getting all this, babe?
Yeah, I'm definitely what are the measurements in? Is that yards or feet?
Wall,
Feet.
wall,
Feet.
wall, wall. Bodies. There's totems, totem, 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 totem.
So
You-
now you essentially have a black and white layout of the room.
Hmm.
Yeah. And the only standing bodies were near. I didn't sense any standing bodies.
There were 5
out.
bodies standing near you, and in all actuality, I need an initiative roll now.
Okay, my initiative is to retreat.
I need it. I need an initiative roll from
Yes.
everybody.
I guess they can still hit you at the door.
Wow, look at that. Nice initiative. Oh, wait, no, it's bad.
Yeah, very bad. Well,
Yeah, it's
for me.
opposite.
Remember, the
Hey,
higher is better.
I'm gonna roll
Mhm.
initiative, and I gotta get my kid back to bed because he woke up with a nightmare. But I'll be right back.
Oh, all right, Jack. I wonder why they won't. I don't even know what the hell is there. Fade wouldn't know this. I'm just thinking out loud here. Why the hell wouldn't they proceed forward?
Well, maybe they will.
And
Well, if they
from the
do,
sa-
then we learn something new.
yeah, and from the sound of things, it's gigantic in there, cavern.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I think three hallways.
Yeah,
I
Is there
think
were
there
three
was even
gaps?
more. I
at
think there were more
least.
gaps. The
You
closest
felt
gap
you
is
sensed
north.
3 gaps. 3 gaps.
Oh, it's 3. Okay. The closest one is to the north, about 50 feet, and then
So
is about
everybody rolled
150
initiative.
feet to the
Yes,
right.
I think Jackie had to
Colin
walk
will be
away.
the first one up. Jackie doesn't know what's going on yet, though,
Right.
so that puts Fade. Fade, you don't really know what's going on.
Do I sense any change in Nylane? In her attitude or anything?
Nylane, did you communicate anything?
Yeah, yes, I turn and tell them immediately what I heard in there. I say, huge chamber, more humanoids, one giant standing body, close. I think we should run back outside, or at least close to the entrance to the outside to see if they follow.
I'm going to prepare magic missile. That's my intent. So
Okay.
can I delay that? Wait, I
I
can't.
heard that we should run.
No.
We should at least get close to the entrance of the cave so we can run out if we need to.
Okay, I'll turn it over then.
Hmm.
Like literally, none of you see anything except
Yeah.
darkness. So
I mean, if Nylane was able to turn and give us that information, I wouldn't want to just run and leave her. I'd say, get out of the doorway in case they try to grab you in.
I mean, you know me. I'm not leaving until she's gone.
And that's going to be my action, is to give Nylane that warning to don't stand in that door, because I don't want her getting snatched into the darkness. Oh, and then I click the button.
oh, wait,
Okay, little Dinky
Nope.
is.
Wait.
Nope.
Wait.
Nope, sir.
nope.
I don't hit the
Nylane?
button.
You feel something swinging at you. Not coded properly. There we go. You feel like something in the air just swing right at you. It misses you, but there's something like right next to you.
Ooh. Sketchy.
You should be able to see that. Yeah, this one you're definitely gonna be able to see. You in the light you see this nasty looking zombie with a rotten head step right up to you.
Zombies.
It swings at you. You dodge its swing. Not yet. Yep. Yes. Now, Dinky.
Okay.
I think you can quite possibly see that. Where is my... Yeah, you definitely see. You see that a zombie has stepped up onto Nylane, swinging.
I think he's gonna move out up here, and with that means that the light's gonna come up with him, so more.
So you're lighting your light?
Well, yeah, lighting my light.
Okay.
Well, let me.
Now
Where is
remember,
one
it's
of
only
those?
half its effectiveness.
Yeah, but it makes it so people can actually see the stuff and the. And it takes out his
Sunrise.
Yeah, sunrise. That's it. He's wearing it. The hell went? Yeah, I used to have a spell for it, but now I don't have a spell for it. So I'm just going to
It's essentially a
use the
torch.
effects.
I'll have to code that onto it for you. Not a problem.
There you go. Well, we gotta turn it to 10 feet instead of
Yeah, I'll fix that in the code in your effect. There you go.
All right.
When you light that up, you can see the figure.
And that's the end of my turn, basically. Can't really go in there or do anything.
You see another one. You guys, Nylane, you clearly see this one standing next to you now that the light has emitted from Dinky's sunrod. You know that there's two of these in front of you, and it is your turn.
Okay, what's the term here to retreat?
Tactical withdrawal, essentially. I don't
Okay.
remember the exact term, but
doing
I know what your intent is.
tactical withdrawal here.
So that's 1/3 your movement, is that right? 1/2. New rule sets.
Because my movement is 30. Oh. So I can move 15.
Combat maneuvers. And it is
Remember, it's not on the table. You have to scroll all the way down.
Yeah, it's fighting disengagement. And that is 1/2 of your movement or less.
Okay. So my movement is 30, so I'm going to go right there.
Okay.
Where's the turn?
Everybody at this point sees at least 2 zombies.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot more in there, guys. I think we should.
There always is.
I think we should get back and see if they even come towards us.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, can I see?
As this zombie
I can
steps
see
through,
Oh, he's okay.
I need you
he
guys
swings
to
at
leave.
Dinky.
I think we can nuke these things, man.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit!
No.
Nailing
If,
him.
if it's just these.
Well, I do anything extra for crits yet because
No.
get used
That
to
was
how the
interesting.
system
Those
works.
dice, I've never seen those. Is that the blood
The
dice
blood
or
dice.
something?
Yeah.
I got the lay of the land in there. Like, at least we got that information. I don't know if it's the right time to fight.
We're gonna have to. I mean, and I think we can handle this Well,
Okay, I
you
guess
know,
if we just kind of keep them so they're just funneling through the door, because
And
only
you
one
see
of them.
this zombie that's like twice the size of the rest of them.
it's a
Step up
zombie
behind.
monster. Can I see it?
Oh yeah.
Can I discern what it was? Are we dealing
Maybe
with
an
an ogre
ogre.
Dinky
ogre?
and Fade are in front of me,
Hold on.
between me and these monsters.
Yeah, hold
Mhm.
on. Well, I haven't gotten a chance to act yet. So
Mhm.
the
And it is the top of the round now, so
I don't
this
like
is where
this.
we determine what we're doing.
yeah, I was
I
asking.
want to get
Go ahead,
myself in between me
Spencer.
and them.
Yeah, what exactly are we dealing with? An ogre zombie, a troll zombie? What do I think I'm dealing with? Giant zombie?
You think it might be an ogre.
Okay. That being said, I am going to ready lightning bolt.
Okay. Go ahead and
And
roll
I'll-
initiative.
Yep. I got
We're
you.
going to go with who's on here first. So Dinky, Talon, Fade, Nylane, Dianea.
And what I'm doing is I'm yelling out to the party, make a path. I need a clear shot. And you see me start to do this, and it's a crackling sound, and you feel your hair stand up on your arms. Fade's definitely working on something.
Dinky.
I think he's gonna fighting retreat so he could do his shot.
Okay.
So,
Talon. Go ahead and roll initiative, Dinky. Talon.
I would like to get myself in between Fade, Dinky, and the zombies. While still obviously leaving Fade his thing. So I'll end up moving forward and wanting to attack if I can.
Okay.
Is there a delay?
No.
yeah, seemed like there was a delay.
No, I mean mechanically.
Play action.
There's no delay action in CNC.
Like ready action or something.
Kind of
No.
like that. Delay just means put you to the back of the stack so you
No.
can
I mean,
wait.
I think you
Now,
are
Lane,
going
what are you
ahead
gonna
of
do?
me.
Nylene is grabbing her bow and stringing it.
True.
Perfect. Dianea.
I mean, I'm just gonna have my club ready in case one gets too close.
Okay.
You guys are back there, so that's good. Fade and Dinky are who are too close that I don't like.
I'm glad that he can get out of my way because I really
Dinky.
want to.
He's doing a small retreat back here. Enough just so we could actually see his target still with the light, but I'm out of the way. And that's in my turn.
Okay.
Gonna be epic.
Now, Lane. Stringing your bow.
Stringing my bow.
Okay. Now put Fade up. Once you.
Yep.
Okay,
Right
Fade.
here. Yep.
You can't move and cast.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna shoot this thing.
So your lightning bolt will go like so. I will allow it to hit 3 targets.
Thank you.
Are you passing it through them? Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all. I really wanted to get the big one and this one right here in front of me, the closest. That's what I wanted to get. That's why I was trying to position myself.
Yeah, you can cast it to those 2. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
All
big
right.
enough that.
Oh,
So
it's like
this
yeah,
is so
I got it. I got it. It was
not
just
that one. Yeah. So you don't. So the way that this works
yeah.
is that whatever damage is left over after each monster will apply to the next monster.
All
So
right.
you
Well,
can't
it's
pass it
5.
and target all of them,
All right. So just
except for the save.
okay. So just target all 3 of these and hit the save first.
Just
and
these
then,
2.
Okay.
Yeah. So save first.
Okay, I just hit it and nothing happened.
I know.
Dexterity.
I have to make the rolls for them
Oh,
because they could have physical or mental saving throws.
I see.
So that's dexterity half. So the first zombie, these stacking targets, broken left here.
Yeah, it was driving me nuts.
So him is here, and he needs to beat. What level are you?
I am level 6.
So 6.
I'm sorry, level 5. Level 5. My
5
apologies.
plus. So he needs to beat because of that. He fails. So the first one fails. So go ahead and roll damage. Just roll the full damage, and then I'll do the math. So don't
Okay.
like target anybody and roll, or you can target him and roll the damage. That's fine. But then
Okay.
I'll have to do the math for the next one. So that's a 17 points of damage total, of which
Half would go to the other one.
no, not yet. What was this guy's broken left ear? He had 9 hit points, so that's 8 hit points will apply to the next one if he doesn't save.
Okay.
So now he will make the save.
Okay.
This one
don't-
is dead.
Okay. You don't need me to do anything?
Nothing else. You're done.
Okay.
Just remember how many. And he succeeds on the save. So he
Motherfucker.
takes
Half.
4 points of damage. But I'm going to be nice.
I electrocuted that dude.
Now, is there an after effect for Lightning Bolt?
No, not that I see. I mean, it's, let's see. I'll read it and I'll end the turn, and if I see anything, I'll bring it up.
Thank you. Okay. So one zombie drops. Lightning just sears right through it, and it just falls to the ground.
Leaves Talon.
I know, and I'm torn between wanting to just rush into things.
I got your back. I got a bunch of magic
Which
missiles.
I mean I'm gonna do regardless. Because 15 feet, my PC is still having a shit time, but 50, I can't get it there we go, 15 exactly is right smack dab in the middle center of the way of everything. So I'm just gonna go right up there. I'm just gonna start whacking at things.
What are you whacking at? You are
I
too
wanna-
far from the giant one.
That's what I was gonna ask. If I'm too far away,
But you are close enough to the other two.
yeah, if I'm too far away from the giant one, then I guess I'll just whichever one did that. No, that did not target.
So the only thing that I could say about this is that if it did pass against or into a door, there's a chance that it could have broken it. I don't know. Are these wooden doors right here? Is this any?
No. Iron
Okay.
doors.
And the second thing is that it's definitely gonna, anything in its path, it's gonna damage and or melt or whatever, depending on what it is, right? So
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can.
it's 10
select
feet
it
wide, 10
here.
feet wide and 50 feet long.
Oh, it's 10 feet wide
my
and 50
fantasy
feet
grounds
long?
is having
Yeah.
issues.
Well,
I'm
that
trying to
being
select
said,
the rotten head.
Rotten head.
well,
He's the
that
one who
being
seems-
said, if it's 10 feet wide,
You can
then
do
it
10
would
feet
never
wide.
hit the zombie monster. that rest of that damage would have went to this other zombie and destroyed it because it's in front of the zombie monster.
Okay, what did you think it was? I mean, it's either 5 foot at 100 feet long or 10 feet at 50 feet, or 10 feet wide at 50 feet.
I'm just
So-
seeing it as a straight line.
All right. Well, that's
Like
what I
you're
was
casting
asking.
a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Does it say 10 feet wide by 50 feet long?
The bolt is 10 feet wide by 50 feet long, or 5 feet wide by 100 feet long.
Which do you want it to be?
10 feet wide. I wanted to hit the big guy. That's why I was asking, can I get him? And you were
Well,
like,
you'd have to pass through the ones before him to get to him.
okay,
so you're
well, it's
gonna
up
lose-
to you. Yeah,
I'm just going
I'll-
to leave it the way that it was.
yeah.
But you have the option of, yeah, we're just going to roll it the way that it was. I was not aware that there were two different options for the width of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 options for it.
Talon,
I mean, okay, I just closed some stuff down, so let's see if I can actually. Is one of them gone now that whatever he
No.
did changed?
no,
No? Okay.
no. He wanted to apply damage to the giant one, and he did.
Correct, yeah.
I cannot target. I'm trying to target the rotten head zombie so that I could do an attack.
He's targeted.
Because anything-
Wait, no, he's not targeted for you. He is targeted for you now.
Okay,
I targeted
thank
him.
you. I could not get that to work.
Mhm.
And then I just want to.
They're all stacked so close that it's.
Well, yeah, but like last time I was able to like do the whole like it pops up in the thing and select the
Mhm.
right one. It was not targeting him for me. But I just want to smack him with my sword. Oh, okay.
Nice
I think that
hit.
was gonna be a 1.
No. To Capito.
You drop him in his. Where he stands.
And putrid.
Wait a second.
And I will.
Wait a second. Let me look at
I was
something
gonna
on
say I
this
spit
guy.
at him.
Rotten.
Don't open your mouth
Um,
around that if you just clipped him with your blade.
I
Yeah.
am.
No, they're 2 to die. So
Last
you don't
time
get
I was
that one.
completely engulfed in all of their visceral fluids.
Yeah, that's nasty ass shit.
So
that
at
is the
this
end.
point,
Of your turn,
Okay.
yes.
Dianea.
I'll be here, standing and
I'll
ready.
be there for you.
You go, Talon. Go get him.
Girl, you sit there and you wait for me to get my ass beat and you just have me healed. That's all I asked for.
Tomorrow.
Comes.
Mhm.
Here
That's all
comes.
I asked for.
Reading scion facial hair. What the receding scion facial hair? Yeah, dude. This.
Cayenne. Not Cyan. Cayenne, the
names
color.
are great.
Yeah, the color cyan.
Cyan.
Is cyan?
I
blue?
call it cyan. Yeah.
Is it
cyan.
cayenne or cyan?
Cyan.
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 Yeah, that's how I pronounce it at least. Cyan. Cyan facial hair.
Cayenne. Like, yeah, I guess that's
Like
CAY.
not like cayenne pepper, but like
Right.
cyan, like
Cyan.
Yep.
cyan blue
You know, because the English language is,
is fucking
if nothing, if
fantastic.
it's consistency. You
So
know.
this zombie
America.
swings at you, Talon, and he hits,
The big one.
grabbing you and pulling
Grabbing
you
me.
in. I need
I
you
got
to
you
make a
covered.
strength save.
That's new.
Well, look at it.
Is that the one with the bonus or just the score?
The bonus. You.
Oh, that's the bonus. I see the S.
Oh shit! It has a hold of you. As it's got a hold of you, it bites at you.
Ah! No, this is not going as it went last time. Damn it! Talon is screaming like
Yeah.
shit. Fuck!
What's the difference between the on the bonus, roll strength save? What's the other button for?
Wait, that's a touch. What is your touch armor class, Colin?
11.
Okay, it missed on its bite.
Hey.
Alright.
But it has a grab on you now.
Colin's
And
still
it's trying
screaming.
to pull
Fuck!
it's trying to pull you into the room.
She's struggling with all her might. Damn it. All the curse words are coming out.
I got you covered. I'm gonna light this thing
She
up.
is not amused with this.
I'm
Damn
gonna
it.
light him up like a Christmas tree.
Another
She's
zombie
cursing the
moves in
whole
on
time.
you.
Ah, no. Okay.
Fuck.
He slams at you.
Okay, this part.
What the? But wait a second here. This
Glowing
isn't making any
mustache?
sense.
I'm
Talon,
gonna make
put your
comments.
fucking armor back on. You didn't put it
Oh,
on after
shit.
you went to sleep.
Oh, because the last time we
F12
fought, I
is
didn't
not
have my
gonna
armor
hit you.
on.
You're still in like camp mode.
Oh my god.
Talon's been running around. So Nylane, when you're yelling at her to stop
Talon's been
making her
naked
armor
this
clean,
whole
she
time.
ain't
Yeah.
got no armor on.
Everyone's like,
So-
Talon, put your clothes back on. She's like, what?
So
What is your armor class? Tell me your armor class when you got your armor back on. Is it
Oh, there's
greater
no
than a
click now.
14?
Hold on.
I think it
It's-
is.
Because he may not have even. None of these may have hit you.
I'm pretty sure it's higher than 14.
I don't
too.
know why.
Yeah.
I have to look into why my hard drive that this is running off of is running so high.
Your armor class is a 19. You did not get hit. You did not get grabbed. You did not get bit, and you did not get pulled into the room. You're standing there
My
strong.
curse
Nothing
words
has-
have been retracted.
Nothing has happened to you.
I am not cursing. I am totally fine.
So how many points of
She was
damage
just
was
checking that we were.
I was just making sure
We were
everyone was on
there.
their toes. You guys
Two.
are good. JK.
hold on.
Just kidding, guys.
Scoot.
Making sure you're good.
Two. 2
Yeah,
points.
I heard you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Gosh.
now we
I
know
wasn't
that
over
we
here
can
the
get
whole
pulled
time.
in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna light it up like a Christmas tree.
I mean, I was right there in front of everyone anyway because I wanted to make sure no one else was getting hit, so.
What is this port? Like, is this stone doors or is it just like an opening? There's
doors.
no
Iron doors.
iron. Okay. I'm sorry if I missed that earlier.
Yeah, you asked that night and said they were iron. Okay, top of the round. Intentions. Starting with Dinky.
Well, let's see. Dinky is, I mean, he's not really gonna do it. He's gonna try to do an aim shot in the flowing mustache with the his
Shot.
crossbow. Yeah.
Okay. Initiative. Talon.
I want to smash things. Anything in front of me, I'm
Initiative.
going to try to smash.
Fade.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to light something up. I want to get the big one with the magic missile.
Perfect. Initiative. Nylane.
I have my bow strung, so I'm going to shoot it if I have an opportunity.
Well, there's 3 targets that you can see.
Oh, do I have to call the shot right now or?
Well, what are you aiming? Are you going to do a called shot on it? Because a called shot
No.
is. So you're just going to shoot into melee.
Well, I have to. If I can't say
She's
like
asking which one is
if
not
one comes
shooting
out,
into
I can
melee.
shoot. I don't want to shoot in Well, actually, it's probably okay if I shoot over Talon, right?
So
Because
there's a
I
thing
won't.
called a called shot, and that's a negative
Yeah,
8 to your
it's
attack,
fine.
but it does double damage.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
just
doing.
shoot
Just
in
shoot. It's
there.
fine. If you hit me, I'll be fine.
Is the giant one is shooting? Is the giant one shooting into melee?
No.
Oh, well, that answers
That's why I
my
need to know,
question.
what are you attacking?
I am attacking the zombie that I
Which
can
zombie?
see.
The giant.
Can I move and shoot? I can't remember in this.
No.
Okay,
You can
so
see from your position, you should be able to see everything.
Oh, okay, then I will
Yeah,
I will
you can
shoot.
see all 3 of them.
I'll attack the giant, the monster zombie then.
Okay, perfect. Give me an initiative.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Dynea.
Well, now that my question has been answered, I will start stringing my bow.
Perfect.
And
So that puts Talon. Uh-oh,
Well,
Talon
You
fell.
can't do a half. Just I don't want to derail this, but you can't do a half movement and shoot one arrow.
Well, she doesn't need to move.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I'm
the
just
whole point.
asking.
yeah,
I'm just asking.
I thought I needed to move to see in there, but I guess I don't.
Yeah, I'm just
From my
asking.
understanding, no, you can't. That's from my understanding at this
Okay.
point.
And no
But
delay.
remember, there's no delay. You can shoot 2 arrows at a modifier to each of the arrow shots. I think it's
Yeah, I
negative
remember
2 per
that. I
arrow.
thought not moving had
I'm
something to
telling
do
that
with
for
that.
Laura's sake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Well-
later, babe. It's kind of cool. You can get off how many scoot? Like 4? It's
Up
like
to
great.
4.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing these guys are not 1 HP, and that's why I can't just like whack through them.
No, they're not 1-hit die monsters.
Yeah, okay. Cool. No, that's fine. So since this flowing mustache guy is right here in front of me, I want to smack him with my sword.
Mm-hmm. That's because he had a mustache.
Fuck his mustache.
Yep.
I hated every little swirl of it.
As you swing, he
Swirl.
still
Wow.
stands.
Rude.
I'm just gonna just grit my teeth at him as I whack him, and he's still standing. I'm just, oh god, fucking damn it! Like the
Step
whole
on his
time.
foot and see if he dies. Fine. Alright.
I string my bow.
Perfect.
All right.
Dinky.
All right. Let's see. Target the character. Mustache.
Oh, so you're doing a called shot.
I'm doing a
Yep.
called shot. Yeah.
Yep. So that's a -8.
Yep. Let me. For some reason, it's not letting me. There it goes. Like. There it goes. Okay. -8. Where's the modifier?
You'll have to type it in manually.
Yep. And he shoots. And he misses. Oh, okay. D20 -3.
Yeah, so the called shot's only actually a -3 for you.
Yeah.
Because of your
It's not
dex.
that really bad of a penalty. His dex and level. So when you
Yeah.
get to level 8, that will be like no penalty.
Mm-hmm.
How does it automating the level? It just adds that to your
Wait,
attack
not
level.
level 8. I'm sorry. Your bonus to hit
Yeah.
is not the same as a fighter's. So
No.
a fighter, every level they get an extra +1 to hit.
Okay.
Other classes, it's like THACO in 2E
Mhm.
that everybody gets a better attack
Yeah.
at different rates.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
That
I'm gonna
puts
try
you
to
up,
hit
Fade.
him with magic missile.
Which one? The monster one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
monster.
there's no try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with my magic missile. I'm just looking at. I'm
How
just
many are
gonna
you
look.
shooting? I think you get 2.
I'm gonna shoot all of them. So it strikes 1d4 damage plus 1 per 2 levels. So 2 of them.
Yep. So knock it out. Yeah.
I thought I did more damage than that with it. Wait, strikes for 1d4 plus 1 missile. 1 missile per 2 level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take one of these off and then I'll hand it over to Hungry Zombie.
This receding cyan
Mm-hmm.
facial hair swings at Talon and misses.
I like that.
That puts up Nylene. And you're shooting at the zombie monster.
Yes, I am.
Get him.
And okay, so just target and attack.
Target and attack. Nailing
Nice. Ooh. Nice
him. That one
shot.
pierces, and you can see it hit very well placed shot.
Making progress.
The flowing mustache zombie.
Chucky, just kick that thing over. At this point, you could probably breathe on it and it would fall over. Undead. Dead undead.
I mean, probably. Probably he just needs a tap.
Yeah. Sword hilt him right in the face.
What the hell?
On your way to the big one.
Swings at you, Talon. And he hits. Holy shit.
Excuse me?
Dodging, and getting swung at by this cyan facial hair zombie. The other one gets a sucker punch in on you from the side, flowing mustache, and just nails you. Okay, top of the round. Colin, you're attacking. Is
Yeah,
anybody
we'll
doing
attack.
anything different or casting spells?
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing, so the stack is the same. It's magic missile for me.
Okay, just everybody toss initiative.
Same.
You could try to pepper them, babe. Scoot
Colin.
will tell you.
Yeah, do you want to shoot multiple arrows?
But it's a huge negative modifier, right?
Try it.
If you shoot 2 arrows, it's -2 per arrow. If you shoot 3 arrows, I think it's -4 per arrow or 6
think
per
so.
arrow. And it's like -8 per arrow if you shoot 4 arrows.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I mean,
Put it
Just do the
chat.
2.
I'll shoot 2. Yeah.
That sounds
Okay.
fun.
So it's -2 per arrow.
Okay.
I'm attacking.
Colin, you are up.
Okay, it didn't take. I was gonna say I tried to roll, but it did not take.
Go after the
I'm glad
big
it
one
did
and
not
just
take. I'll take the 20.
ignore that little shit and go after the big one, and I'll fucking light this guy up.
Okay, so that's a crit against that zombie, Talon.
I mean, I was already attacking the zombie.
Yeah, she's not in melee range of the big one.
I think you. I think you took care of him with that.
Okay. Hope so.
I'm lagging. I rolled it. It'll take a second.
You roll the damage.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on with my computer because maybe my hard drive's on the way out,
That sounds
but
like it.
Fantasy Grounds is on
Oh.
my hard drive and it's.
Do you have an
Did you roll
SSD
damage?
I did. I'll try again.
Can we
There we
install
go.
it
There's
on
your
I tried
damage.
again. It's
Oh,
on an
you-
HDD, but it's like it's one of my oldest ones, so I might want to start pulling stuff off of it if this is what's going on.
Yeah, it sounds.
All right, there's another zombie down.
Yeah. Yeah, Fantasy Grounds is on my HDD.
Okay.
Shooting
Alright.
arrows at the zombie monster. Monster zombie.
Yes. Do I have it targeted? No.
No. I don't know. No.
How do I target again?
Control.
It's
left
control,
click.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
It
Like
should
it's
bring up pop up, and there'll be 2 items in that pop up.
Yeah, and
just
then
select-
I click on it, and oh,
I
now
got
it.
it for you. I just
Oh,
selected
okay.
it. I
Yeah,
got
because
it.
I'm like, for some reason, it's not.
You
not
can also
doing it.
just control click the icon in the combat tracker.
Oh, I didn't see
Token
him in
in
the
the combat
tracker.
It's
Okay.
actually better when things are tight, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So
Or your theater of the mining.
I hit this one.
That's a hit.
Oh, I hit something.
Yep.
You launch that arrow forth. It nails the thing.
Mm,
It looks like he's like starting to stumble.
I think we've taken off
Poor
some
guy
pieces
hasn't
of
even
it.
gotten into the fight yet.
Yep. So I see his giant frame, like towering over. I mean, how big is it? Would you say?
Ogre.
Like
About 10 feet tall.
10 foot? Yeah. So I see like its entire second half above Talon, and I take aim, and I'm like, well, he's pretty far up there, so this shouldn't miss. And I let go.
He shot at the ceiling. Pepper him.
That's
It's
my
turn.
lane.
Okay. All right. Following Diana's lead, I am
Looks like
I'm doing this
-2.
at -2
Yep.
and attacking the monster zombie, hopefully taking it out.
That's a hit. You
Yes.
drop him.
Shoot it again. I
Can-
want to see if you
Can
get the
I
second arrow.
can I switch to the hungry zombie target for my second arrow?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know there was another target there. I can't see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's behind the door.
Okay, and then pivoting just slightly to the left, I aim and -2.
Look at you.
That's a hit. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think we were okay, guys. Well, let's not get cocky.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, it took him out.
I love that.
Oh,
What
he's
the
dead?
hell?
Yeah.
Killed him.
Yes, he drops this. How does this one? How do you drop both these? I want to hear
Wow,
this.
dude.
This is like you're just like rangered it up, man. Let's
Yeah,
hear
that
it.
was amazing.
You got 2 of them, man. Ranger it up. Tell us how it went down.
Okay, well, after Diana hit that monster zombie, I'm like, fuck this shit. I am taking this one down. I've been aiming this whole time. Eagle eye, my arrow flies true and straight and right through the forehead on the monster zombie. And then I shift slightly to the left, take a second to aim, and kind of nick the side of this guy's head, I guess. I kind of get him through the eye, I guess. The eyeball. I was shooting at his forehead, but I get him in the eyeball, and it takes him down.
Nice. No more zombies stand before you. You are out of combat.
Time is it? Is it late 30 there for you guys?
It's about to be 1 o'clock.
Oh, Well, yeah. So we can't see any. It's super dark, and then maybe we want to shine a light in there before we and just see what we see.
Well, let's see. If you get closer, let me. Let's see. For some reason, he's okay. There it goes. You move closer. Let's see.
Priceless, your face. I didn't hear you.
I said you're muted.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Your face, though, like your reaction.
Well, because I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, after the last time we came into this cave temple, whatever the fuck it is, I would say that Talon has gotten a little closer to Dionea after this first initiative. So if she sees Dionea's making a face, Talon's not moving forward. Like, like I will look at Dionea and like.
Well, then we need to.
What?
Then I mean, I think
Should we not
we
move
got
forward?
lucky
Because
right
if,
now.
if you're not moving forward, I'm not moving forward because.
Start hearing noises in the from
No.
the cavern.
We are leaving.
Loud.
Colin will literally cover her mouth and
These
like.
are the sounds that you're hearing, and you start hearing like the sound of footsteps.
We have to go now.
I will agree with that.
Who's next to me?
I am.
Oh, that's Dinky. Is that
Yeah.
Dinky next to me? Whoever is next to me, I will grab and start to head
Drag.
towards the exit. I'm not kidding. Like all
Where are
I
we
see
heading?
is Dinky on the sheet. I
Where are
think
we
it's just me
heading?
and Dinky. I will grab Dinky and we are heading towards the exit.
I mean, but after, are we going
No,
back to
no.
camp?
Yes.
Let's get out.
I think.
Yeah. Are we going back to camp?
Let's.
All of those noises. Talon's not talking.
Yeah.
Talon is. Her mouth is
Moving
not
out.
opened. She grabbed Dinky by the collar, and she is literally. I will drag Dinky to the exit.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm following suit when I see the heavy.
I was about to say.
drag.
I'm passing by Fade, so if Fade is not following, I will grab him with my other hand, and I will literally just
No, I
start dragging
followed.
people out of
Yeah,
the
no.
cave entrance without
Yeah, I see.
saying anything.
I saw the heavy running towards with the halfling in her arms, and I just decided I'd get out of there.
I looked at Dionea, and Dionea made a face, and Talon was ready to go because Dionea kept Talon alive last time, so she's not playing games this time.
Fade is super brave, you know. He wanted to stay and investigate, but he thought
No,
you
no,
guys
no.
would need
Fade,
his help.
You can try to be brave.
Absolutely.
I will literally, you can pretend all you want to be brave. I will play into that, and I will pretend to drag you out of the cave the
Well,
whole
he
time.
knew.
If
he
you
knew
want to
that-
keep up your facade, I
Yeah, well,
don't
he
care.
knew.
I'll play into it. Talon's getting the
knew.
fuck out.
He knew that you guys would need his help. That's why he followed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I suggest we regroup outside. So come along.
And
Here we go.
yeah, Talon is just dragging people. She, like I said, after last time, she has kept a close eye on Dionea. And when Dionea makes a face, Talon's out.
And also, like, so as far as this, we're gonna regroup and we're gonna, you know, restock on God, my brain is going. We're just gonna reset our spells to be more of a load out our spells more of a healing. To have more
We'll
healing.
discuss how we want to enter
Well,
again.
that's the healing thing isn't really so much the issue because I have no problem with that. What it is that I had already used so many of them
I get
to
it.
get us
Before we
back
even
from
entered.
the day before.
Yeah, I get it.
So
I get it.
yeah.
So we're
Before we even entered this time.
We're gonna come better prepared. We went on we kind of sidetracked a little bit in the morning, went to the other place, then went up here. I mean, at least we figured out that we could make it more than 20 feet inside without being killed yet.
Talon literally doesn't even attempt to understand magic things. She just knows Diana kept her alive. She made some funny faces. So Talon's just ready to leave. Diana, Talon looked back and was like, should we leave? And Diana nodded, and Talon goes, okay, and grabbed Dinky, and then fade on the way if he wasn't cooperating. It was just
I just did
we're
it.
leaving.
I saw the heavy armored female fighter dragging the halfling out, and he left. Yeah, he went. He was like, "What?
My
We're not
cue
going
too.
in?"
Good call, because if not, I would just drag everyone out. Talon is going to have a very close relationship with Diana after
healer
that
alive.
initial entrance,
Yeah.
and she
Do we
got
wanna
kept
call it
alive,
here?
and she goes,
Yeah,
Probably should.
Yeah, I'm
Th-
getting
this
kind
fruit
of
is worth
dying.
something.
Because I have to wake up in 5 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, get
You
your
know
ass
what?
to bed,
So do
man.
I.
Yeah.
I got to get up
Oh.
in 5 hours as well.
You guys are terrible.
I'm looking forward to 5 hours from now.
Why do you have to get up so early, Scoot? You're working tomorrow, or you just get up that early?
Bow hunting.
Huh?
Bow hunting.
Oh, you're hunting tomorrow.
Oh, bow hunting.
Bright and early.
All right, you guys. Well, that
sit
was
in the woods.
yeah. I heard you guys talking about it the other day. All right, everybody. Well, it was great as always. I'm looking
It was
forward to
fun.
it. Yeah.
Fun.
So we're gonna offline that you guys go find a campsite.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Raz,
I hold on. I'm like, I don't even know if I have any.
if you don't
Okay.
have your safe spells, then we can just camp like normal flebs.
I do.
Okay. Good.
I have
So
options.
essentially,
And also remember
Diki
this.
and Talon are the only ones who are gonna really need healing.
Yeah, and if something comes up on us in the night, I'm still pretty well loaded out. I have some magic that I can definitely do.
Out
some
of
damage.
character, I'm fucking nervous as shit every time Scoot's like, who's on third watch? And I'm like, it's always Talon. And he's like, okay. I'm always
Good.
like,